Kilo fait on monte chocolate. Fine, no baguette. Watch your love for like it. Why not more mote? Your body, chocolate. Bush it ready, yeah, imade. Double sile, kilo fait. Why now?
Hey y'all, hey.
Hey.
We back with the jump off. Oh my God. How has everyone's week been? Let's start with that.
Oh man. Every day feels like Monday. Fuck this week.
You had to go into the office 3 days.
God, it almost killed me.
That's a lot.
You don't normally go in. You will be okay. I have to go in every single day.
I don't care.
Why?
That's you.
And Cheryl,
Talking about me right now.
Cheryl Parker said everybody got to go. Out of your fucking minds.
I'm gonna take my fucking vote back. Fuck her.
Yo.
Well, we need city wage checks. We need folks to be back in the downtown. Fix your damn potholes first before you tell people to go on the roads.
That part.
How are you, Jazz? How are you?
Good. But I agree with Cardi said. Pretty much I remember turning in like my clock, tuning in for work, and then it would be like, oh, happy Tuesday. I was like, it's only Tuesday? I was freaking out. I was like, this is too much. It's too
been
much.
a very long week.
Yeah.
I must say it has been incredibly long. So
Yes.
I haven't been happy about it. Bass, how has your week been?
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Yeah.
It's just been a long week. Like one person out of the hospital, another person in the hospital. It's just been just tired. At this point.
Hey, C Murder. I can't stop calling you that now. I'm so sorry to hear that you hear people in the hospital. So uh-oh. Are we having technical difficulties?
No, it's just my choice. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. It's a bunch of shenanigans going on at my job. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I feel like I'm on an episode of Big Brother, and it doesn't necessarily involve me, but I'm just watching everything going on around me, and I'm just like, it is some shenanigans and politics going on, and I feel like I'm like on a whodunit mystery.
Who done did it?
It's real crazy. Really crazy. Also, I'm interested because I like the people watch. But
you're newsy.
I'm not nosy. I like to be informed.
She's observant.
That's why I didn't. So I didn't say nosy. I said newsy. To me, nosy is getting in people's business and like minding business that ain't yours. Newsy is looking for like you kind of just want to garner the information to use for later. Yeah, I mean for whatever you want to use it for later.
If I need to.
That's newsy.
Yeah. What's up, Mike? Yeah. If I need to, I will. But I'm more so the person that everybody comes to tell them stuff, and then I pretend like I don't already know, and I'm like,
yeah.
You know, and I keep it to myself. I keep it to myself to put all the puzzle pieces together. In case I need to present it later. That's all I'm saying.
Keep the receipts.
But it's tiring. I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to, wrap this up. Whatever's going on, whatever scheme y'all got going on, wrap it up. I'm tired.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm sorry. I was sharing out the link to everybody. I mean, and we can't forget, today's the last day of Black History Month. And it's like, it goes by so
This has been a trashy as Black History Month. It has.
This has been the worst.
It's been horrible.
In years.
Yeah. Before we go on any further, because we got a lot to cover this evening, I want to say thank you to not our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, but Just the Best, who is also always right on time.
Just the best. Yeah.
You could have did better. I ain't feel the energy in your voice.
We haven't been back in the while.
You're going to get dropped already. Y'all, welcome to Unicorn Straight No Chaser, where y'all come for the shenanigans, but you stay for the debauchery. As usual, I got my unicorns running wild with me. Before we get into the shenanigans and then the debauchery, And make sure y'all stay for the debauchery because we are going to be discussing foot fetishes later on. Okay. Oh, she's so excited.
I am.
Her hands like she's about to talk about some shit.
Yes, we're going to get into a little feet play later. But before we get into that, we are going to discuss who the fuck did I get married to? I keep wanting to say, why the fuck did I get married?
I mean, it's also a very valid question as well.
Who the fuck did I marry?
Same thing, it follows right after it.
But first, I want to let the panel introduce themselves. Ladies first, as always, and I'm not talking about myself because I'm no lady. Jazz, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody, Jazz here, the fancy fetish lady, always. Happy to be here. It's been a long week, but let's get crazy. I love getting into these topics. Let's go.
Yes, and Jazz got something cooking, something special.
I do. Well, we got to talk about that. I got a few extra things we'll talk about. I'm excited.
Before we close out this evening.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was having this discussion with Darius. He was like, why you keep saying you're not a lady? I looked it up. Nothing in the description of a lady fits me. I'm not a woman of proper and noble birth, okay?
Am I then? I need to question myself. I know who I am. Because I'm like, wait a minute.
You
maybe? I don't know.
Who to say?
I'm Jazz. That's it. That's all I know.
I know I'm not. That's all I'm saying. And we also have Dr. Boomar joining us again. Go on and introduce yourself.
I am Basim the Dream. Everywhere, TikTok, IG. I don't really post on TikTok, but I'm there. I'm around. Y'all can send me stuff. I'll watch it.
It's so dry. Like,
guys, TikTok to me sucks. Like, you know what I mean? TikTok sucks when you got because X is around. Like X exists, and you know, and Black X is still Black X. Porn X is still Porn X. Like,
I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy Twitter. I really don't. But I'm going to say that's probably I enjoy TikTok for content creating.
Yeah.
So I very much like TikTok to create content. I hate Instagram Reels. I hate it. It's horrible. They could do so much better. So that's why I like TikTok. And returning to us, our light-skinned, soft dom daddy.
Yeah, soft dom daddy here with the beard back and full effect. Hate her. That's all I can say.
Hey, Darren.
Love it. It's back. It's me. Still resident soft dom daddy here. I miss you guys.
I missed you guys too. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I was bereaved.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. Definitely hugs.
The older we get, the more
hugs and everything.
Air hugs.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. One of my coworkers was so nice. He cashed me a nice amount of money. But I also was hesitant to take it because
because I'm like, wait, this feels weird.
So that's what I'm saying. It's weird. Okay, so this is the same supervisor, right? They told me I had a big butt.
Oh yeah, so you gotta send that back. You gotta send that back.
No, take that, mom, girl.
But he's gay.
Yeah. No, take it. You're fine.
All right. So
it was a gift.
He's gay.
Have you? Never mind. Okay, we'll discuss it. Well, listen, we'll discuss it when the devil and Brian is here. Cause never mind.
But I sometimes find myself like, is he gay? Is he bi? I don't know. I don't know.
It could be his only way to show like affection in a way, right? Doesn't have to be romantic.
Like he doesn't know any other way.
Because that's how I react, especially like I'm the person like shirt off my back girl type person. Like I don't know what to do. And if you tell me something like you went through, I'm just like, I have a sandwich. Do you want this sandwich? And it's just random because that's all I can offer. I don't, whatever I have, you have. And maybe I only got $5 or maybe I only got a good amount of money on me. I don't know. It could be that situation.
In my cash app. I didn't touch it.
All right. So all the people that had issues with Monique throwing money at her son whenever there was an issue, I need all of y'all to give that woman grace because that's basically what you just described.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said.
a lot of
That's
people-
what I said. I'm like, yo, like she doesn't know any other response. She doesn't know how to. Like when you listen to her story, that was never natured in her. So she doesn't know anything else. She like, oh, yo, I went and got the bag. So now that I got the bag, you got a problem? Cool. Here's 30 grand. Like,
listen, that's not a bad problem to have. I mean, I would prefer that. Like, if you don't know how to show affection, and I don't want that in a romantic partner. But if my parents, that was the only thing that they could do. I'll take.
You don't love me, but I like that you don't love me with cash in my hand. I kind of like that.
Like I don't,
it's a compromise.
You love him enough that she ain't want to see him poor. So
that's it. You mean she know what poor look like and what that struggle feel like. So yeah, she didn't want her son to be that.
Yeah. Thank you, Carolyn. So tonight, starting off for our mental health topic, we are going to discuss the viral TikTok video. Who the fuck did I marry? Okay. I took one for the team and listened to all 50 videos.
You brave.
I still never added that up. Like, how much time is that? What's that?
It is actually over 5 hours. It's about 6 hours, I want to say.
Because isn't each video supposed to be 10 minutes?
8 hours.
No, because someone compiled it on YouTube, and so like 2 long videos. Yeah. So one of them was like over one of them was over 4 hours, and then the other one was over 2 hours. So it's around 6 hours, right?
Damn.
That's ridiculous.
I was doing it at work, so like I had that earpiece on all day, and like people was talking to me. I wasn't listening to shit they were saying. I was just nodding my head because I'm like, I gotta get through this. I got like you interrupted me. I gotta power through this. Hey Darius. So I powered through. Am I the only one who watched the video? I just want to check.
You're the only one that watched the whole thing. I watched. I didn't watch
it at all. Just for this moment.
That's it. I got up to the cars and I was like, "This is stupid."
Right. I couldn't deal with it. As a man, I had to watch some of it because I felt like all the men were saying I'm not watching it. So as a man, I just was like, yo, let me watch a little bit of it and see exactly what this woman is saying and, garner my real opinion. So
let me say this.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, make sure I'm not crazy.
You are, but not in that way.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I have done some dumb shit in my life, and I'm not going to say that I haven't. I think we probably all had. But I have to say that some of the shit, she bought that. Like, what the fuck were you expecting is with some of it. So she meets the man March 4th of 2020, right? She meets him on Facebook dating of all fucking places.
Which was probably only like a month old at the time.
So you got Facebook. She mentioned them on Facebook dating and on Hinge, which I've never heard of, under 2 different names. But she said one was like a nickname. So I guess like Matthew and then Matt, which, okay, that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's just a variation of his real government name. But
what if it's Scooter and Richard? I'm just saying because she didn't give the name. So we kind of like have no idea, right? Well, now we do, but before we didn't.
But of all places, it was wild. So Dara, it was less than that. I was keeping up with the dates. So the first phone call, he said he just moved to Georgia from California. When he was in California, he was living in San Diego. And his job relocated him because they wanted him to be the regional manager for a very well-known condiment company that's based in Georgia. She wouldn't get a name. I don't blame her. He said his family was from Philly and both his parents were deceased. He had 2 brothers, 2 sisters, 2 half-brothers on his dad's side that were older than the siblings between with the same mom and dad. He's divorced because the wife cheated. He walked in on her fucking a guy, and he was staying in the studio apartment, but because his job was finding him a place to stay, right? First date, she want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, which I found to be ironic given the fact that everybody was arguing about the Cheesecake Factory not that long ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She a basic bitch. Cool. She wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory. The tire blew out on the way. to the date. That was the first sign from whatever God you claim. That was her first sign. Bitch, turn around, don't go. Okay. He came to help her. Where are you at? I'm gonna come help you with your tire. And she was just all, oh my god,
Very chivalrous. Okay.
He definitely saw a lick.
He's a real man. You know, panties got wet. All right. So then he said he wanted marriage. He was saying all the good shit that, you know, women want to hear. I want to get married. I want it to be forever. I want to hear kids. Blah, 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 blah. So she is just like, this is my man. She said in the car after the date that he played some song by John Legend, and he was saying like, oh, I think I just found my wife or whatever. I'm like, this nigga is capping you up.
Very much so.
I'm like, gay. It's so much cap on the first date. And I'm just like,
it's too strong.
Yeah.
So,
wait a minute. All right. So hear me out real quick. Name a John Legend song that's not about family, that's not toxic.
It's toxic.
That's not toxic?
Yeah. Name one.
By John Legend.
Wait, isn't it what is it called? When he was getting married in. What the fuck?
So the one song, yeah, you're right. He's got one song. Out of all the John Legend songs.
Me Up So High? No, that's not toxic.
Oh, Green Light, Jessica said.
Green Light's fine.
Green Light's fine. And Get Lifted is what you're talking about, Cardi. And that's it.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah.
And the other song in the other joint is the outro to
All of You.
His first.
Yeah,
that one. That's it. All the rest of his songs is on true pure fuck shit.
That's bullshit. He has a whole Christmas album.
Nah, I don't even trust this.
I don't know who Facebook user is, but they said all of you. Okay, so now COVID happened and they need the quarantine. Mind you, she just met him March 4th. It's still March.
Okay.
We going quarantine. And we trying to figure out where we going quarantine at. Fuck you mean? I don't know you, nigga. You're going to quarantine over here and I'm a quarantine over here. That would be my answer. He lives in the studio. Yeah. She has a 3-bedroom house with a 2.5 bath. Okay. So she's like, he decides, you know, we're going to quarantine in my house. Now, mind you, it wasn't like we was having sex, but don't beat my head with the bullshit.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Don't beat my head with the bullshit, man. He was knocking it out the park. You was giving us hands, okay? Because she goes on to say that he was paying all the bills and he had paid all the bills and it wasn't April yet. So this means in less than 30 days, this man has wormed his way into living in your house. And you want me to believe that you ain't fucking? Lies.
Yeah. That's 100% lie. And she ain't like defend that at all?
Defend what?
So the only
she wasn't having sex. Like this is my first time hearing it. So as I'm hearing, I'm like,
yeah.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Thank you.
I think she was based on the fact, like she kept saying, "Oh, it's like I was raised in a church, and you know I was struggling with that. We had to keep together in the same house, and we're not married." And I'm like, "Okay,
all right." I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because I know women like that I know women like that. So, and a lot of them, and see, I didn't want to say this, and I'm not going to. I'm going to avoid saying it. Nope. So I know a lot of women who have, made that choice in life, right?
Yeah.
So it is. So I don't think that it's so far fetched.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thing is this: if I don't believe her to this point, we're 5 minutes into the first story. If I don't believe her now, then I have no shot in believing her for 49 more episodes.
That's also valid as well.
To everything. Like there's confirmation, so she's not lying about.
What? How old is this lady, by the way?
She looks to be in her 40s. She looks
in her 40s. Okay, so she is extremely naive or extremely desperate. Because everyone knows. Oh hell no!
I knew you were going to say that, Cardi.
I don't give a fuck. But you want me to cohabitate COVID with that?
No.
Oh
Cardi,
God,
wait,
Cardi.
he's not bad. He's not bad.
Cardi.
But
Cardi, you being toxic. The beard is back, baby. The beard is back. You being toxic. Don't be like Charlemagne and them. Don't
with the
do
pearls.
no.
With the pearls.
No.
With the pearls.
He don't look good either. He don't look
I feel though, as far as like it's plausible that she might have done something with him. Oh God.
He got a
can't.
scully on. You know he up to no good.
The reason why I think it's a possibility
What the
because
fuck
she's
you
already,
mean? I'm sorry.
she was already setting up in her mind this is a potential husband and a partner. He was already setting those those up for her from the gate. So I could see a possibility they did something intimate because again, I don't care how much you think you love somebody, whatever, or like you just met, that you're gonna let them move into your house. And she even says like certain things later where she's like, oh yeah, like I kind of knew it was off, like I shouldn't have brought him to my place because he didn't even go to her place at this time yet. But he was paying all the bills. He was taking care of all the things. Something was happening where you know what I mean? But again, it's not. I don't care.
If he was paying all the bills, right, and he's only been there for a month, she must have had back bills.
No, not even just been there for a month. How
you pay all the bills? You just moved in the motherfucker.
So Georgia, all right. So Philly shut down on March 13th. Georgia shut down on March 21st, literally the next week. So he literally probably only paid April. Like he preempted April.
Paid in advance.
Yeah, he preempted April.
She said okay. Yeah, that's how I knew the timeline because she said all the bills for April was paid already and it wasn't even April yet.
I'm just saying, so if you know you're going to lock in COVID
in for a few weeks, but
wait, moved him in and he dropped the check day one. Like he had to drop the check day one.
Right. And then she said she was intoxicated by not having to pay any bills. Okay, so her rent was under $1,000. Well, bitch, damn, I could have got you too because my rent $1,200. So, like,
miss those days.
What we talking about here?
I think I'm back.
Yeah. I would move to Atlanta just for that.
But then again, that was Trump.
Facebook user said, "Who are you, Facebook user? I want to call you by your name." In this day and age, no man is paying bills without getting anything. Listen,
you motherfucker!
God, that may not be true for everybody because if he's playing the long game, if he's playing the long game, which obviously he was, like that's like it's an investment. Like it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna drop this check, and
is this a con?
Yes.
Should we start at the end and be like, oh, this is how I got here, and then just start from go all the way back?
To me, it was a long. It was a long term.
I don't know how this ends.
Okay. So, all right.
Divorce.
Y'all don't know the end.
Divorce. That's it.
Wait.
He ain't like take a kidney or nothing.
No,
he didn't need no kidney.
That's some bullshit.
He showed her a letter from Chase Bank, right, that says that he was approved for a $750,000 mortgage. All right. So now he starts playing the game. Mind you, he's still a boyfriend. He done convinced her, like, all right, so now we gonna go find a house and we gonna move into a house, okay? And she's like, I saw the letter from Chase. But every time that it came time for them to go get a house, and I mean, they looked at, I can't even tell you the amount of houses that they looked at. It was always an issue. And like he lied to her about the first house and said that it was under contract, and she ended up finding out that he was lying about it. Now, he never knew she found out he was lying about it. She made the decision. She said, I'm gonna let him have a lie. I'm gonna let him get out from underneath the lie. So she let him get out of the lie to her face, and she stayed with him. That's everything that happened after this is your fucking fault. Because you knew the motherfucker was a liar. You found out he was a liar, and you stayed. Why? Because I would want to know, what was the purpose of you lying to me and going through all the shenanigans? I'm confused. Who does that? Go ahead, Jez. I saw you want to say something.
No, that was one of the things that really pissed me off because she says that a few times too, where she's like, oh, I know y'all gonna be mad, but I just had to see how far he'll dig and da da da. I'm like, but you're putting through so much stress on yourself for what? Then the fact, like, but my thing is on his end too, for him not even to be alerted about it, for the fact of after the first house, I think it was something like she's like, okay, you know what, from now on it's going to my email. everything's going under, my search history, all that stuff. So she can be in the loop because he kept her out of the loop the first time. And she's like, oh, I did this because of, it was nice to have a man like to take care of me and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's cool, but why are you going through that stress? That stress for what?
Remember, now y'all got to also remember that she was pregnant by June.
Exactly.
So he moved in March. April comes. By June, she's pregnant.
So therefore, they were like fucking
raw. Miss Religious.
Takes 3 months.
I'm ashamed. I'm shacking up. She already pregnant, and they was looking for the house before she ended up being pregnant. So you looking for the house. He still ain't asked you to marry him. That's why I'm like, something with her is a little off too. Okay, now you pregnant. Okay, and she finds out about the lie. And she tried to make it seem like, oh, well, it was her. She didn't want the house. Like, that's how she was helping him get himself out the lie. She made it seem like, well, if they giving you all this problem with the interest and changing it up on us, then, we just leave the house alone. And I'm like, oh, what? But she's like, I'm pregnant. So, I'm trying to work it out well.
So he was knocking the bottom out. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if he was knocking the bottom out in March, but in April, he was knocking the bottom out. Like, he was knocking the dust off that pussy.
The adults, but it's still
it's no way.
Situation. No, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Brittany, at this point, he's no longer to blame. BK, all right, yes, watch, comment. This seemed like she was bored and needed some type of drama in her life. My name is Gwen. Hey, Gwen, welcome.
Hey, girl.
I just wanted to be able to refer to you by name. Welcome to the shenanigans. I definitely agree that the sex must have been real good for her. Because first she said, I stayed because I was pregnant, right? Or whatever. But then she had a miscarriage. Had the miscarriage. Dude, he wasn't even there. He canceled on her like 2 days before she was supposed to get a DNC or whatever, because she miscarried, but everything wasn't cleared out. So she had to get a DNC. Mind you, just still during COVID. And 2 days before she was supposed to go and get the DNC, he's like, oh my God, they're promoting me to vice president of my company, so I can't be there for they're giving me an executive assistant. So when she's texting him, the motherfucker is texting back as his executive assistant, like, this is his executive assistant. If you need me to go get Mr. Such and Such from out the meeting, I said, bitch, what?
First of all, what? The phone calls in the morning what got me though. Talking to his brother every morning.
I'm trying to this trying to hurt my head.
The everyday conversation. Listen. The commitment to the lie needs to have an award.
That's so crazy, and I not respect it in a positive way, but it's just like, wow, you really like in it. But I think was the commitment about that. Beautifully honest, but it's the fact of, as a partner, somebody you're dating with, you're having a child with, you don't know none of their family. You never talked to them on the phone. I would not feel comfortable having somebody's child. And you talk to these people all day. Like at least once a day, and I don't even say hi to them personally. You get secondhand hi. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, saying wait. You got to remember though. She says she met his aunt, which we going. I'm gonna wrap it all up at the end. She says she physically met his aunt. She physically met his brother, one of his brothers, and she FaceTimed the other brother. And this is what she's saying, right? Yeah. He ended up proposing. He said he said, hey, let's go pick out a ring. She picked out a ring. And then he ended up taking her to dinner. He smacks the ring down on the table and said, open it. And he said, all right, this means you're going to be my wife now.
No, but all right, so I'm going to be honest. Looking at his picture, don't he look like that type of nigga? He looks like that type of nigga. Like, that's going to be like, you know what?
He doesn't look like a VP of anything.
Bro, he does
it.
Well, VP
once I found out he was no, but he's not a Philly nigga. He's from Norristown.
But that's what I'm saying though. But he do look like one.
He's a fake Philly.
Yeah. He looks like a nigga trying to be a Philly nigga.
He's even lying to Philly nigga. My thing is, I keep thinking like there's a con come like, oh, he took her for everything, or
no, he just
took her
traumatized
car.
He just traumatized the shit out of her and left
her
it.
like in a fuck ton of debt or something. Like I'm waiting
Nope.
for the real fuck over part, and y'all telling me this is just not happening.
But then it was a whole thing about the cars, right? Yes, Jess. So then he was like, I'm gonna buy you a BMW. I want you to get a BMW. He takes her to test drive all these cars or whatever. And then he says, you know what? I don't want you to have a BMW. I want you to have a Audi. So then he takes her and she's like, all right, this is what I want. I've decided. I don't care. I want either this BMW or this Audi. He tells her, take off of work. Be at home. They're going to deliver the car to the house. She wait all day. The car don't never fucking come.
Fucking idiot, yo.
So to wrap this up, this must be the most like boredest nigga in the whole fucking world. Yo. Like I'm just gonna fuck with this girl as long as I possibly fucking can.
She said I think he got a kick out of me getting excited about things and only to see me get let down. This motherfucker said, I'm gonna take you to London. He didn't get no plane tickets. He gives her a fucking printed out itinerary. No tickets. And she's like, I'm
so hyped. Is there a kink for being like let down?
Yes.
That turn people on?
Ain't that degradation? I don't know. Is that a degradation?
I know there's a name for it. I just don't remember what it's called, but fucking wild.
But so
it's called being fucked over.
Jazz is correct that he's talking to every morning. She said he has a schedule. Every morning he's talking to one of his brothers, and he'd be like, Johnny said, hey. Johnny said, hey. And she'd be like, no, tell Johnny I said, hey. And he'd be like, no, man, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Maybe we're going to do a barbecue or whatever the case may be. What? Nigga, you crazy. Like, he was
in it.
He was having a conversation with multiple people, sisters, brother, like multiple best friend. They're supposed to be his best friend. So
maybe he was studying for a one-man show.
He was not really on the fucking phone. He was given Academy Award-winning performances on this motherfucking phone. Hey, Sal.
I mean, like EGOT.
And he said his grandma died. She said he was crying. He was distraught that his grandmother passed away. He was distraught. So she said, I was helping him do that. He said that the wife that was supposed to be in California, she just all of a sudden decided to move to Georgia.
Just put her picture up one more time, please.
In the middle of COVID?
Put her picture up.
In the middle of COVID.
This bitch. The most gullible of gullibleest bitches I've ever seen.
Wait. Are those protection stones that she has around her neck? She obviously didn't wear those.
Those are not real. Those aren't real.
Yeah, those are plastic.
Those are from Amazon. Those are not real crystals.
But I feel like she needs to go to Dr. Phil and just.
She said she didn't want to be alone.
Nah, Ayanla, she needs to see Ayanla because she needs somebody that's going to really check the shit out of her.
Ayanla will be like, not on my watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she needs somebody that's going to check her. She need Ayanla and Dr. Umar together at once. Like how that because that's the only way. Like for real,
Slowly charging.
So she said that going forward, she was like, "You're going to show me." Your accounts or whatever. So she's like, he pulls it up on the computer and shows it. Checking, he got whatever amount of money in it. Savings, he got whatever. So she was like, so he got money. So okay, she's like, I kept feeling like it was something wrong, but he showed me he got the money. He paying all the bills. So I'm tripping or whatever. So
gaslighting 101.
She did a background check on him. She said nothing came up.
Because he's not a criminal. Or he didn't get caught.
January 5th, they get married. Okay, she said they got married.
They still got married.
They got married at the courthouse.
Can I make an announcement real quick? Just real quick. PSA for everybody. This is for everybody, and I want this shit. Everybody. If you feel like you have to run a background check on a motherfucker, they don't deserve your hand in marriage. Period. End of story. Like if you feel like they're not telling you, like you gotta run a background check. They run background checks for kids getting adopted. Like they don't run background checks for you're not supposed to run a background check for a motherfucker you plan on marrying. Like that's weird as fuck.
I agree. She should have been out a long time ago. But she said nothing showed up. So January 5th, she said they got married at the courthouse. On the way home, they went and got wings, and she went to work the next month.
They got wings?
Yeah, they went to ATL Wings.
So she said they got married January 5th, and by January 31st, she knew she was in trouble. You didn't know before. You didn't know before.
She didn't.
She said soon as they got married, he stopped having sex with her. Okay. The marriage only lasted 6 months. 6 months. Okay. 2 weeks after they got married, everything changed. He started being jealous, questioning her, what are you wearing? Where are you going? When you going to be home? He called her every day. And then he started not coming home on time. And then she was trying to move because he was trying to convince her that the neighbor next door was trying to fuck him. So it was like a combative situation between him and the neighbor, and it's just like, oh yeah, she want me. But he's also started accusing her of cheating. So like made up a fake scenario where like, oh, this dude came past the house and this your ex. And she's like, what? Like, how you know it's my ex? And he's like, I know it was. And so because she was like, well, if that was somebody looking for me, like now I'm alarmed because I want to know who the fuck is just popping up in my house. And he's like, I feel like because of your reaction, you guilty.
Just more
gaslighting. Guilty, which is all the stuff he's doing is a lot of narcissistic traits, right? First, I love bomb you, I draw you in. And then as soon as I got you locked in the marriage, now I take away my affection and start sowing the seeds of insecurity by trying to triangulate with another woman. And then because I'm actually the one cheating, I'm going to project that you're cheating. Okay. But she went to her neighbors and used her neighbor's ring cam to prove that didn't nobody fucking come to the house. She's still with this nigga. Okay. Still trying to figure it out. So
I really hope he sues her.
She gets
and wins.
Why?
Because none of this is provable and it's all slander, especially now that we all know who he is.
It is provable. It is provable. He signed, like, there's a lot of documents that shows like he's been doing all this shady shit and involving other people too. It's not just like people are close to her either. It's other people that are involved. He was doing shit.
Now she found on Facebook Messenger, right? All y'all in the comments, I took the hit for y'all if y'all ain't watched this shit. 7 women in Messenger that he's been fucking with. Okay. All right. She's like, and I don't know who this man is, or he talking all kind of nasty, freaky ass shit in the comments with these women. She's like, he ain't never do none of that with me. He was treating me like, virginal sex and stuff.
Because of what Cardi said.
Because of what Cardi said. No,
she doesn't look sexual at all. Like, I'm not talking about her size, her look. Nothing about her looks sexual.
She looked like she do work.
Wow!
Don't do that.
No,
Jess. I'm gonna be honest. No. That was what I thought when I saw her, but I just wasn't. I didn't want to be the person to say it. Thank you, Jess. Because if I would have said it, Jess would have kicked me out. I'm just agreeing.
Oh my God.
A woman said it. A woman said it. A woman said it. That's all I got.
Y'all are terrible.
But is she special needs though? Like,
has to be. Yes, she is. How? What? Are you serious? To be that gullible, she is on the spectrum, and that is why it's a spectrum.
Don't do that. Don't y'all do it.
The hell?
As somebody who has a child on the spectrum, I am raising my daughter to be smarter than that. My daughter very logical.
I have a son that's on the spectrum as well, but wherever she landed at on the spectrum ain't the same as our kids. like I don't know what else to tell you. Like it ain't the same space. Cause what? And listen, my son is the most affectionate little boy that I know, right? Like, whenever he meets somebody new, he runs up, he gives them a hug and everything. Like, but the difference is he's not the most trusting of children. Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out where that part came from. Like, she was so nose wide open 2 weeks in.
The views of Dr. Bumar and Soft Dom Daddy Light Skin.
It was a question. It wasn't a view. Just a question.
Unicorns
I was just doing some investigating on my own just to see where we at with this.
She started to smarten up, so she decided to go back because he said, let's do a joint bank account. So she decided to go back and run another background check because she ended up realizing that she had 2 different social security numbers from the nigga. Okay.
Oh shit.
So
well, that's already a red flag. Well, top of the million others.
Ends up and finds out that he nothing is coming up with him in California. Okay, nothing at all. So she called San Diego State where he said that he went to school and says, I'm trying to see if this nigga went to y'all school, right?
Huh.
So she confronts him and says, listen, I called San Diego State. They said that you never went there. Nothing coming up for you. Boop, boop, bop. He tells her, that's because I was a private citizen. She said, what? She said, what? She said that he told her that his dad paid money, so his name and social security number would not be published or made public. She said, how? You said you played football for you said you played football, so you telling me they never published your name on the roster? And he's like, all I know is my dad paid money to make me a private citizen, so go ahead.
I fucking can't.
So she said, okay, baby, I'll make you some biscuits, and just like leaves the room.
So then he proceeds, now I feel like this was a distraction. He ends up and saying, she said on the background check, it comes out that he lived in Georgia, he lived in Rhode Island, he lived in Pennsylvania. She said, I can't figure out what the fuck the Rhode Island comes into play yet, but that's what comes up, nothing about California. Now he ends up saying that the ex-wife, right, that moved to Georgia from California, her daughter, she died. Can he get take $2,000 from their joint account because he wants to give it to her to help her out? Okay. She finally wises up and decides to go down the public records to get the divorce documents.
Why not look for the death certificate? You just said that the girl died. If she died, the death certificate is easy to get.
Because she didn't think that was a lie. She didn't believe that. She said, I don't play with death, so I assume everybody else doesn't play with death either. This nigga, grandma done died, the uncle done died, and now the stepdaughter done died. Okay. And mind you, this is only within months of you being with him. And none of that was a red flag to you. But okay. So she goes to get the divorce documents, and the divorce documents show that she filed for divorce, not him. Not him.
That's a lot that a lot of divorcees do that.
So technically,
yeah. So I'm not worried about that.
He was married.
It also showed that they never lived in Cali. Oh. Like he said, they were married in Georgia. They divorced in Georgia. Okay. She gets the phone number from the records and she calls the ex-wife. Okay. So the ex-wife.
It's him. Mrs. Doubtfire like, hello.
That would have been. I would definitely watch that. Yes.
Yeah, I would. So she talks to the ex-wife, and the daughter never died. Then she said she didn't have the heart to say, yo, this nigga said your daughter died. She just was like, she asked her like, how your daughter doing? And she was like, my daughter's fine. Why? And she was like, I didn't want to say, oh, because he said she died. She just was like, oh, okay. I just was asking.
What?
Yeah. So now,
at what point do you stop caping for a motherfucker? That's how I know she on the spectrum.
She tells
she loves him.
The wife tells her, she said, listen, all I know is whatever that nigga told you was a lie. I don't even need to know what he told you.
It don't even matter. She said it don't matter. Nigga, he could have told you that the sky is blue. Bitch, question it.
Perfect.
Yo.
All you need to know is whatever that nigga told you is a lie.
Wow.
The address that was on that nigga's ID, the ex-wife confirms is a girlfriend that he was living with 6 months before he met Lisa. She said, no, that's his sister's address. She said, that's not his sister's address. That's the bitch he was fucking with before he messed with you. And she kicked his ass out. But he had been saying that this address was to his sister.
Okay.
Not the sister. Was an ex-girlfriend. Okay. She ends up She finds the mothers. Because she's like, now I want to research some more. So he said his mom and his dad was dead. She finds the mother's obituary online. Okay. The obituary don't show the ex-wife that she just was talking to. The obituary say that he was with another wife named Latoya. So now the nigga got another wife that was before that one. She didn't find that out.
That died.
And the siblings ain't adding up.
Because on the obituary it's going to be
right.
Unless unless somebody was mad. I've seen that happen.
That can happen, which is probably what her dumb ass was thinking. All right, but the two sisters that he said he have, they're not on the obituary. Okay, so she ends up finding out that Latoya is his connection to Rhode Island. They were married and they lived in Rhode Island at some point. All right, so that was the first wife, and that the grandma been dead. Grandma been dead since 2008. Grandma been dead. The one that he was crying and so distraught over. Grandma been dead.
Okay. Anniversary.
This nigga is a great actor. But you know what really happened? You know what really happened? Probably he probably lost the chick he was cheating with, and that's why he was sad. The side chick was the side chick was like, yo, I'm out, and he was sad and he didn't know how to, you know what I mean? So he's like, yo, my grandma died.
Fuck out of here. This guy's annoying, bro. But she's annoying too. So
I mean, most men from Norristown are annoying.
So now we get the peaches. She goes through his work phone and finds out that he been fucking a prostitute named Peaches. Okay.
I didn't get that.
So the work phone isn't really the
work phone is not a work phone. The work phone is a second phone that he used to talk to his hoes and the prostitute Peaches. $40.
I thought he was his own assistant, so I thought that would be the assistant phone.
$40 for a hand job, $60 for oral, $80 if you don't want a condom. Okay.
Ooh, that's on the skeezy end.
That was her price list. So
skeezy.
So I said this nigga be busy. So she ends up getting mad and kicks him out. Finally kicks him out the fucking house. Okay. Get out or I'm gonna kill you. She gets a phone call from his cousin from Philly. And she's like, listen, this nigga came here and said that he was married and that he walked in the house and found you fucking a nigga from law enforcement and he threatened him with a gun and told him get the fuck out. Is this true? Because he be lying. And we know he be lying.
Yo. The family said, yo, listen. The family was like, yo, Robert, give me your number. I want to call him. Give me your number. And he gave the number. And cousin called wifey like, yo, this nigga be lying for like, wait a minute. Like, oh God.
He lying. We know he be lying. She said, we didn't even know that he was married. We knew nothing about you. Okay. So she's breaking it all down. And she was like, well, yeah, this, that, and the other thing. And the brothers and blah, 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 blah. And she was like,
brothers?
Like she had named them. She named all these names. She was like, there's only 2 brothers. Like, what did he tell you? So she was like, no, it's this brother, blah, blah. She said, there is only 2 brothers. It's the one brother that's in Philly, and then he has a twin. And she was like, a twin? None of them motherfuckers talked to him. She said, the cousin said, we don't fuck with him. We don't.
They switched that marriage. That's what happened.
She said, he been lying since he was a kid. He's always been a liar, and that's why we don't fuck with him. All right. This better than something Tyler wrote. This is better.
Tyler could never. Tyler could never.
They said she said, where's you getting these sisters from? He don't have no sisters. She said, no, Chantel and Kim. She said, Kim is my daughter. Kim is his cousin. That's not his sister, and Kim don't fuck with him. She said, now the Chantel person, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know where he got there from, but ain't no sisters, and Kim is my daughter. Okay. His uncle been dead, and then somebody else named Junebug, like he been dead too. So like all these people that he said just died, they been dead. The cemetery that he took her to, that he said, well, this is where my grandma is buried, Grandma ain't buried in that cemetery. That nigga used to work at that cemetery.
Wait, was it? Wait a minute. Was the cemetery in Georgia?
Yes.
Then
Wait,
special fucking needs.
Wait, but he had a kicker. This the kicker, right? So when she finally talked to Chris, which is his real brother from Philly, right? Chris, like, he got a twin brother. We got a brother and they're twins. The twin is the VP of his company. The twin is married and has a 5-bedroom house. And the twin is the one that drives a luxury car. So he stole his twin's identity story, basically, and tried to replicate that.
All right. So when are the flights? When are the flights going to start going to Mars? Because I hate it. I hate it on Earth. I really do. I really do. Like, I'm ready to go.
It's
because what?
And the aunt that she met, the brother Chris said, that ain't our fucking aunt. That was my mom's best friend, and I don't trust that bitch either. So that wasn't his aunt that she met.
I'm done.
He said,
just throw it all away.
He said, as far as the other two brothers that you met, he said, I don't know who them niggas is. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't possibly tell you. But they ain't our brothers. She said, well, no. He said that these was the half brothers that your dad had before he had kids with your mom. He said, so this nigga telling people that my dad had kids on my mom?
Yep. Slandering daddy name, slandering mommy name, everybody gets it.
But for what? All right, so what happens now? What happens next?
Well, she found out that he's a forklift operator. And that the accounts that she was showing them were screenshots because she did reverse Google search. So all those accounts that she was showing, he was showing her with the money, she found them with reverse Google search. The fake aunt, he tried to go stay with her. The fake aunt called her and was like, well, you know, he said he was divorcing you and taking a baby. And she was like, what motherfucking baby? What are you talking about? He said, the baby that you had in January. She said, I didn't have no fucking baby. I had a miscarriage. I never had the baby. So
if she would have had the baby in fucking January, the baby be fucking 3 months premature. Fuck, do the fucking math, lady.
It's so wild. She said, I don't really want to get involved with his divorce again. And so she was like, oh, you talk about such and such. Then we talk about the ex-wife that she talked to on the phone. She said, no, I'm talking about
LaToya.
LaToya.
The first one.
Said, well, what fucking happened with LaToya? LaToya found out that the nigga was lying about something. And they got into a physical altercation and had to get restraining orders on each other. The fake aunt had to go to court to testify for him. Look at Curtis.
Stop. How did we what?
He ended up getting arrested at some point in time for impersonating a police officer. After she kicked him out and nobody else would take him, he ended up living in his car. And so after 2 weeks of not hearing from him, because he still was calling her, he ended up finding out that he checked himself into a behavioral health hospital because he was tired of sleeping in his car. He showed up at her house because he felt like he was still entitled to the house because he didn't sign a divorce decree when he signed. He didn't read it before he signed it. And he ended up getting locked up for that.
Honestly, this could have gone so much. This is actually a happy ending. This could have gone so much worse.
It could have.
It really could have. I'm looking at that. This is a positive in my book.
Oh,
this is a win.
This shit is absolutely wild.
It is.
I listened to the whole story, and like she ended up finding like he left a book bag at her house, and like she was finding out, you know, some other stuff that but.
Nigga had disguises in his book bag and shit. Fucking master.
This nigga was a master disguise.
The fuck.
It would have made sense to me if he was telling the lies to get money from her, but he was not getting money from her. I guess he was just, you know, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
He was doing it for the gram. Like I don't know.
No, he was. This is. I mean. He was
it's
just
better
doing
to
it
live a lie. Like I want to live a lie, and I'm just gonna head. I'm like, I can waste a year of my life.
I
doing
mean,
this.
I could see where like you begin something with a lie and then shit just starts spiraling out of control. But come on, like at what
do you have
point?
a timeline or a storyboard on how I'm gonna play this shit out for the next couple of months?
Like,
So according to the brother said, I think it was the brother. He said that every girl that he was with, the lying got worse. So with her, it was like the peak. He was at his peak of liosity with her or whatever.
I like that.
No, because he's gonna get somebody else better next.
I hope not.
No,
he's all over the fucking. I get it because people unfortunately are going to be in that situation. I don't know who else he was married to or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we can sense a pattern potentially. More than likely, if this is who he end up. It's just a situation.
The nigga had been married 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. Yep.
Officially 3 times. Lied about it twice, or
yeah.
No, lied about it. No, he never lied about being married. He was actually married all 3 times.
That's funny. The thing that he didn't lie about would be, "Hey, I'm married," which will usually be the number 1 lie.
Well, no, he did lie about. He lied about who filed the divorce papers first.
He lied.
He still got married.
Listen, his lie for all the women once they break up is they cheated on him.
Yeah, and fuck somebody.
He walked in on them fucking
a coworker. I think it was a coworker, and then the law enforcement. So it was people who were like pretty much probably challenging him at one point in time. Now they're the enemies fucking this girl.
I still want to know who the fuck Chantel is, because all these people in his lives, they are somebody, but like, where are you getting some of these?
I think Chantel was the person that he lived with, the one that he said that was the sister.
Oh, the other girlfriend?
Yeah, the one before her.
Look, man, can we just say he's like a fucking Kaiser Coast, like fucking Kaiser Sose, and just call it a day? Like, nigga can sit down, look around the room, and make a whole fucking lie story, and then walk out the police station like nothing happened.
Listen, I need this nigga to write a story. He needs to write
unusual suspects.
He on TikTok now, and he's talking about he's going to sue her for defamation of character, and he tried to like show his Chase Bank form and say that he was telling the truth, and somebody said that Chase Bank entered the chat and said that was a fucking lie. So,
Chase Bank said you have no account with us.
I don't even know you.
Big Root said, "Ladies, I'm a multi-millionaire. Just shoot me $1,500 on my Cash App so I can make sure you're able to receive the $10,000 I can send you."
You vibes, yeah.
Hey, you gotta pay them fees, man. You gotta pay them
Carolyn, he definitely has some kind of personality disorder, and I don't know why his family never got him help. Like, I think
they were trying to. I think that's what it was. His parents were trying to, but he kept like, I guess they stopped her for whatever reason. That was one of the reasons why she also started looking into deeper conversations that they had.
Well, there's
I was just like,
a good twin, bad twin.
So that being said, obviously, I'm like, okay, this man is a pathological.
Obviously, we came, but I do.
This man is a pathological liar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, what's the difference between pathological lying? What's the difference between that and
just a regular lying ass nigga?
Yeah, he's not a compulsive. He's not a compulsive liar at all. His lies are fucking full spelled out schemes.
Yes.
Like,
and he lives them. Like, oh, this actually happened.
Yeah. Like he could probably pass lie detector tests and shit.
Oh yeah, he believes his lie. He believes his lie 100%. He's delusional. You have a non-pathological liar, which is like normal, natural lying. It's natural for people to make the conscious decision to lie occasionally.
Like who filed the divorce papers first?
That's just lying.
It's called a natural lie. We talk about in psychology, right?
Yeah, natural lies.
Reba said for sure he got the good D. The crazy ones do. I'm sure.
We say the same thing about women.
Exactly.
Well, we did a show on it whether Crazy Cat was better, and actually it technically is. But anyway,
proven by science, by the way. Proven by science.
Science said it's good.
Yeah, because you gotta have more testosterone to be crazy. So I get it.
So like normal little white lies, they don't really harm anyone. It's not meant to hurt anybody. So it's a coping skill, but it's okay. It's all right. Not a bad person. Then you have a compulsive liar, who is a liar that lies out of habit. They just It's a habit. They can't break it. That's what they do. And then you have a pathological liar, which is a liar that lies incessantly to get their way and does so with very little awareness. So how will you tell the difference between the two? A compulsive liar, they bend the truth about everything, large or small. Telling the truth is very awkward and uncomfortable. Lying feels right to them, like it feels good to lie. So they can't not do it because of what they get out of doing it. Is usually developed in early childhood due to being placed in an environment where lying was unnecessary and it was routine. So they also do it to avoid confrontations. I know people like this. They don't like confrontation, so they'll lie, even if it's very obvious.
I know twins like this.
Oh, no. Compulsive liars may or may not experience a mental disorder, but it can be observed in people who have ADHD, bipolar, borderline. They lie compulsively. They're not overly manipulative or cunning. They just lie out of it. It's an automatic response.
It's just one of lying
muscle
lies.
fucking memory. So you mean to tell me lying is muscle memory? Damn.
For some people, like that's I do know crazy. People that they lie for no reason. It does not benefit them at all. I know people like that, but
that's every black man. Like, yo, what you doing? Shit, nothing. You lying ass. You know you're doing something.
I will say I do know somebody like, but I think he's on the spectrum, and he just doesn't know it. He's a habitual liar. Like, I'm very wary of people. I don't like liars, so I do know some people that I'm just like, why the fuck is you lying? Like, I'm looking at you and I know you're lying, and it does nothing. Why are you doing it?
Yeah, to say that, and the funny thing about it is, like, I want to blame it on his ego. The problem is that I recognize that the ego does really want to be truthful and honest. So I can't imagine like this is ego driven. That's why I would say it's spectrum something. He's somewhere.
Oh, yeah, because it definitely seems like he took the persona of his brother. Like he was. Now I don't want to say jealous as being the trait of it, but like the fact that it could be jealousy, it could be whatever. The fact like, oh, my brother has all this, so technically it's mine. He also feel like it's due since we're twins. That's also could play the factor to like that should be mine. It should be whatever. Maybe this is how my life would have been. But it's a situation that I don't even. Not that I blame him for being who he is, because it is who he is. Apparently, he's been doing this for a very long time. But it's a situation where, for what reason? And the fact that I felt, and again, this is not blaming his family or anybody else in the individual, because he's an adult. He got to figure his shit out. But keep that shit accountable. Like, I would purposely warn other people that he was with. Like, don't be with them. Don't do whatever. And of course, it sounds like,
don't fuck with him.
Well, no, exactly. And usually what's the red flag about that is like, if your family don't fuck with you, not saying that all families great, because they're not. But usually if there's a group of people that don't fuck with you and you gotta, like she even says, I never met half of his family. I never did this. I only met the one random aunt, and the one random aunt who's not his aunt. He offered when she was doing had to go through the baby situation, the miscarriage. He was like, oh yeah, my aunt will take you. She's like, I don't even know her. So again, it means that there's no connection.
He volunteered the sister that don't exist to take her to the hospital.
And it's just wild.
He knew she would say no to those.
No, exactly.
He knew she would say no. Like that's a man. Yeah. That's just.
It's very calculated though. It's very calculated. He knew what was up, and he knew who she was and how she was going to handle it. Even if she found out everything, which she did in the beginning, she did have some clues, and he played on the fact that she wasn't going to stir the pot.
Played on the fact that she didn't have any options.
Yeah.
That's what he played on the fact of.
No, exactly.
Because Cardi said it, but
it don't make sense because she had a good family. Like a family, she was connected to her family.
She was insecure.
She didn't have any options. And he played on her insecurities. And
he did.
Yeah, because I mean, so we're looking at her and we're saying, you know, like I don't, as a man, I hate to say like she's like unattractive or anything like that, right? But they were in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And she might have been a 10 in like North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta, she's a 5.
It's not even that.
It's her energy though.
No, it's folks in Atlanta are fucking too desperate to be with somebody.
That too.
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking plague down there. Like women, you can be bad as shit or super average. Like it's hard to find a man in general in Atlanta. So if you find someone and he clean and he not gay
and he's straight,
jumping on that. Yep.
like
That's
I gotta
it.
hold on to him at all costs.
Exactly.
It's
This
Slim
nigga
Pickens.
he ain't a user. Like as far as like a drug user, he ain't no
Yeah.
alcoholic. Like
Yeah.
The bar is low in Atlanta right now. The bar is real low.
Like
Well,
she would have, but I think that if he would have been
She
real with
did
her
take
about being a
accountability.
forklift operator from Rip,
Yeah.
I honestly think that
He would have been
I honestly think that the rest of the lies would have been able to push through.
Yeah.
I honestly think that was the one. Like I really do. I really think that that was the lie that, because that's the one that you can really point back to his brother, where the rest of them is like, no, he just made this shit up.
Yeah.
He wanted to be something better than what he actually was. Trixie, she did take accountability. She did keep saying,
she did.
You know, but I do also think that she lied about some things, like especially when it comes to the sexual stuff, because she kept, going on about her religion and stuff. So
if we if we're saying that she lied about that, then how can we then believe the rest of it? I get that we got receipts and shit, right? But that's cool that we got receipts for those things. Yeah. But that means that everything else is filler.
Yeah,
it's the fill in the story. She could have did this shit in 3 episodes.
Plot twist all along, and she was actually the guy the whole entire time because she's that lonely.
Across town.
Legion already told. Legion put his videos up. He put his videos up.
But I think it's also the situation too, is that like what I also got from what I did watch, because I didn't watch the whole thing. I got to, like I said, the car situation being across town, and I was like, I'm done. But it was a situation of like she was also playing the game too. He was playing, she was playing. And the game for her was again, I think it's a situation of the lockdown, her not wanting to be lonely, her already in too deep, might as well keep being there. But also was the fact that she even says that, yeah, exactly. And she's just like, well, I just want to see how much he's gonna keep digging in, and how much is this?
Who knows? I might get that car. I might get that trip.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm gonna tell y'all what it was when she found out he was cheating. If the nigga never would have cheated on her, who knows how
she would
long?
still be there.
I could have kept on going.
She would have been on.
He was still paying all the bills.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wasn't, when he stopped, his issue, he lost his connection when he stopped knocking the bottom out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you can't give it to her and then take it away. Like that was the issue.
That's what narcissists do, because then they can make you feel insecure and make you do things to try to get it back. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. You like, gotta earn it now.
Yeah, you gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it.
Gwen said, "What man doesn't play on a woman's insecurities?" And the patient created the biggest insecurity of all, staying single. Well, no,
only narcissist does.
Real man does that though. I mean, they don't play on.
I'm sorry, Gwen. That is Gwen, right? That's her name.
Yes.
Gwen, I'm absolutely sorry that that's been your experience, but that's really all I can say to that, because I don't know a lot of men. I know a lot of men who do that, but I also know a lot of men who don't. Like, because for me personally, any insecurity that I see in a woman, I try to uplift it, especially if it's a woman that I'm either friends with or a woman that I want to like, that I'm with, like talking to. For one, for me, insecurities is a turnoff. Like I grew up in a household with like super like strong, confident Black women.
Oh, Trixie's
you switch.
So the idea of an insecurity is an immediate turnoff for me.
Yeah.
What if she has a goatee? What if she has a goatee?
Tell her wax it. All right. So
hey Gwen, I don't know who the other Facebook user is.
Yeah, I don't know. You switched on us. So the last two things is compulsive liar. You're going to be able to tell they lying is real obvious, but they are more likely to admit that they lied when confronted.
Even though habitual liars.
Even though this may not keep them from lying again.
But yeah, you called me on that bullshit. Yeah, you got me there.
But you're not going to catch me again.
You got me.
You're not going to catch me again.
Now,
you know why I work.
Now, a pathological liar is viewed as a coping mechanism developed in early childhood and is often associated with some other type of mental health disorder, like antisocial personality disorder, It could be that they lie to avoid something traumatic that happened in their lives, such as abuse, or the condition may be genetic. When it comes to them, it's observed that people who have antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, which he definitely sounds like, they indulge in lying. They're often goal-oriented, focus on lies to get their way, and they have really very little regard for the rights and feelings of others. They are also considered to be manipulative and cunning. They create extravagant stories that may be maintained or tweaked over time. They often believe their lies and have a very weak grip on reality. Unlike compulsive liars, they're near impossible to catch in the act. They're excellent liars because they lie constantly and make up stories incessantly, and it becomes extremely difficult to distinguish the truth from the false statements. They're confident when they're lying. It's definitely a defense mechanism. They lie to gain. They'll keep changing their stories, and they're never, ever, ever going to admit that they are liars. And I definitely know a motherfucker like that. I definitely know.
Sure, you're right.
Yeah, I'm too egotistical to be that type of liar.
I can't.
If you confront me about cheating with one chick, oh, you know about that? Well, let me tell you about this one too. Like I don't listen.
That's no credit.
It is what it is, but I ain't a liar. I ain't a liar. However you want to work that out.
Yes. You gotta take that with a grain of salt.
Is that what
I like to say I'm too dumb for that.
Me? No, I lie to fuck all about it. I'd rather keep the peace.
They gotta catch you in the head.
Yeah, man. You ain't catch me there, then I wasn't there.
All right, so then we know that if you catch Bass, he gonna just come out and tell you everything.
That was the old me, though. New me, yeah.
New me ain't even putting myself in those situations, but the old me absolutely would just tell you.
Old me was
listen,
like, hey,
you confront me, I'm telling you everything. Because my thing is, I had to lie to get here, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm not going to do once I'm caught in a lie is to continue that, because that's the stressful part. It's nothing worse than it's nothing better than in that moment to be able to lift that weight off your shoulders
and be like,
why not just not do it,
bitch? You get it all. Like, I feel so much lighter.
I've been meaning to tell you, and I fuck your sister.
It ain't nothing like big lies. Like, hey, like, do I look good in this dress? Like, I want to say no, but you know.
Well, that's a little white lie. That's the
right. And it builds up like, hey, where were you last night? Like, all right, I might as well lie and say I was like with a girl other than me just trying to say I was having a good time by myself somewhere else. Because girls can't stand you being happy by yourself sometimes.
What? No.
And then want to rain on your fucking parade.
That is horrible. Again, and that's Cardi, I'm sorry that's been your experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using it. I'm sorry that's been your experience.
I know I'm not the only one, though.
Yeah, no.
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not a fan of it.
I've never been like, oh, he's having fun. I don't want him to have fun without me.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Especially if you're hanging out with a bunch of guys. Like, go
so I don't think that. All right. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that women do it purposefully. I don't think they do it consciously. I don't think they do it consciously. But I definitely have seen women do it. Yeah. Like, for instance, my friends used to say that about her. Mm-hmm. I was oblivious to it until like after we broke up. 2020 hindsight, right? But like I was oblivious to it in the moment. But they all used to be like, yo, like she's like Peggy Bundy. Like every time you say you want to have fun, she started argument with you, and now you stand in the house because you want to just keep the
Peggy
peace.
Bundy did not do that. She was just like, I'll bring me food. Like that's all she cared about, money and food. That's it. So I like
sex.
And
sex.
And he would never give it to her.
He would never give it to her because she was a fucking horrible human being.
But Peggy was like everybody act like Peggy wasn't good looking. She was good looking.
No, Peggy. Listen, if I was in the white women, Peggy would have got it back then. But then the issue,
I love her
the issue is that she would have had to grow up.
I dressed up like her for I think like 2 Halloweens ago. I loved it.
And bonbons and absolute bonbons.
And the bonbons.
The bonbons was the shit. That was her shit.
Yeah.
Do they even still make those?
But she never cheated. Yeah, they do. But did she never cheat on him? No. And he wasn't.
She definitely could have got away with it.
That was her man.
You like that, Reva?
Yeah, there you go. The little T-Rex walk. I loved it when she did it. But I don't know. For like, if if my man's having fun or my partner's having fun, I'm never gonna be like an asshole about it in any form or fashion, unless, let's say, we just got in a bad fight, and not just because they're going out. Let's say it's like something major, an anniversary or something that was important to me, and then they go out. Oh well, fuck you, I'm about to go have fun. Now I'm pissed off. I hope you're not having fun.
But that's the thing. But Jazz, yeah. What makes you think that a man that really fucks with you can leave you right after a fight and go anywhere and have fun?
Me younger. Now I don't care. Like
he's not having fun. The fuck, he's out angry and mad, and he knows that when he come home, he's still got to deal with the shit.
But that's the thing. That was old me. New me, I don't give a shit. I keep everything not in my heart, like just to keep it there. I deal with it myself, regardless of any type of anger. I don't like lying situation. We're going back to that. I don't like lying. White lies, I get it. Like, we're trying to make not a situation a situation. You know, pick and choose your battles, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I always tell people I'm too stupid to lie, because when I have bad memory, I'm not gonna remember what the fuck I said, so I'm never gonna do that shit. But I also don't fib either. So like, let's say if you're trying to, like, I remember, again, this was younger me, and I had my little sugar baby phase and all this stuff. You know, you got to sweet talk these people. I was cutting into them deep. And I was like, bro, like, you can't fuck. Like, I don't think it's going to be a thing. Or I'll say something. And I think one of the people I had was like, your dick made me depressed. I don't think this is working out. Mind you. And I didn't realize that, because in my mind, I'm being truthful, right? I'm being truthful. I'm being honest.
I love it.
And then I sat back and thought about it. I was like,
that's hurtful.
That's a very
this is how it conflicted me, though. But after I told him that, he gave me like $1,000 and said, "I'm so sorry." So how am I supposed to feel about that? I thought I did a good deed. I got more money for yourself. Yeah, for me, but I didn't know. Like, it didn't process. But that's one of the reasons too, where I realized to myself, like, again, pick and choose my words. Sometimes my picking up social cues is off, right? So that shit fucks up. However, when it comes to like pick and choosing your battles, know all that stuff, I'm never going to be mad at a partner. I'm never going to try to not torture them, but like be mad that they're doing their thing. Do you? If you can't feel you can't. If I can't feel like you're there for me, ride or die, and to a certain extent, then what's the fucking point?
Jeez, dog.
They said, "Are you a Sag?"
No, Jazz is a Pisces. Her birthday.
No, she's a Pisces, but that's a very sad thing. That's how I learned to lie a lot, because I couldn't tell subtle truths.
Yeah.
So I just used to lie a lot. Just about dumb shit, though.
Interesting.
It didn't hurt.
Jazz, when's your birthday?
But
March 11th.
The day before. The day.
I think I'm Pisces, Taurus, and something else. I forget what else. I don't know all the things yet.
Yeah, Sag's got hard truths, man. So sometimes we just got a lie to get through it.
If y'all are trying to make sure that y'all identify pathological liars that you may come into your life, okay?
Yeah.
Just know that with certain mental health conditions, they are more predisposed to be liars. And personality disorders are hard. A lot of y'all be interacting with people who have personality disorders, and you do not know it. Shit, they don't know it, but y'all really are interacting with them.
Yeah, but I think one personality disorder that I feel like the signs are obvious is borderline.
Not for everybody. I know what it looks like, but everybody, I'm telling you, people don't look like. I be looking at certain people, and I'm like, that motherfucker's a borderline.
Fuck it, it's borderline. Like, you be like, because you can pick them out from a fucking. They could be in a lineup. They ain't gotta say a word. You can spot them from a mile away.
Very much so, but a lot of people don't know. And then the men present a little bit differently.
I got a best friend that's a borderline, so I get it.
Ooh, that sounds fun. But also, I've had unfortunately the experience of growing up with one. So seeing them, I just see them like they in a whole different color than.
Yep, like you see, it's like infrared. They stand right the fuck out. Like,
yeah. So people who have antisocial personality disorder, they tend to lie for status, resources, or sympathy. People who have BPD, which is borderline.
Oh man, I gotta call my man and tell him that his ex-wife is
You have
Wow.
an IEP in school.
Now, people who have
God damn. God damn.
Dara, that is so wrong, Dara. You should not ask people that.
You can be gifted and have an IEP, Dara. So that's
This is
not
true.
necessarily, you know. People who have BPD, they tend to lie to avoid rejection or abandonment. All right. If you have a Munchausen syndrome by proxy or fictitious disorder, you would lie to appear to be sick or have someone in their care appear to be sick.
Yes, my baby mom.
If you have narcissistic personality disorder, they tend to lie to get something out of someone else. Preserve a false sense of self, get out of trouble, or bolster others' perceptions of them. And these are the people that I encounter all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like you just described him in all of those. Like he fits all of those.
I've been listening, and y'all, you know, this is my pastime. I enjoy a psych case. This motherfucker got me confused.
Yo, I'm telling you, because he fit them all. He fit every one of them.
Because if
he fit narcissist
from her, it would clearly be a narcissist.
100%. He got nothing from her. If anything, he put money into her. So the only thing narcissistic about it was status. Well, no, because he still went for the status. He wanted people to look at him as bigger than what he was. So he went. That part shows narcissistic tendencies, but like he's not a full-on narcissist in that.
No, he had some really key things that he was doing that definitely hit the mark for narcissism. But then the fact that you just let yourself, like, where's the money? You didn't have your plan B. They normally have a plan B person lined up to come in to take care of them. So I don't know whether he was, well, she did say he got sick. So I think that might have a large part to play with it. She ended up saying that he got sick and it was like debilitating. He went and go to the doctor. So that might have messed it up. He
was fucking with that prostitute for $40 handies. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, because at $40, I don't think that you wash your hands. Yeah, at $40, I don't think you wash your hands.
What the fuck?
She did say it's a price for with or without the condom. So yeah,
$60 for head with the condom, $80 for without. Yo, that head cannot be great. Like my thing, what? Listen, man, I would give my never mind.
I'm still glad this whole thing is still $40 in this country.
That is
America.
A possibility. I want somebody to do it.
Everybody go for it.
Like I was hoping that while he was in their hospitals, they would have diagnosed him with something. That's what I was hoping for. As I was listening, I was
probably a lot his way out the diagnosis.
Yeah.
Doctors are gullible too.
He just
say you can't stop him.
Every psychiatrist is not a good psychiatrist, and psychiatrists do not like to treat borderlines. I know this for a fact. I've heard psychiatrists say very negative, stigmatizing things about people with borderline personality disorder. They don't like to treat them because they are manipulative, and some of them are not smart enough to figure it the fuck out. Quite honestly.
Listen, could you imagine a little white girl just coming out of school, running into a black man that's 50, 60 years old, borderline personality disorder? That woman is going to end up being Harley Quinn. What?
I could save him.
Yo.
I was just watching.
Are you kidding me?
Sure, you're right, girl. Sure, you're right.
Like what? Yeah. She wants to supply the guns. Ride. She want like everything.
You smart. You good at this. I'm happy it's your job. It's okay, girl. You should diagnose me with nothing. Like, bitch, what? Diagnose me with your love, baby. Like, what the
Marvel
fuck?
versus Capcom 3. I'm taking you for a ride.
But you know that liars are actually more intelligent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are actually more intelligent. They say that people who are pathological liars have more white matter in their prefrontal cortex.
So they have better memories.
The front part of the brain, they make faster connections. Their linguistic fluency is better, and so is their thought processing.
So they can talk a bitch out their panties like.
Hey.
Some of y'all fuckboys is real skilled, baby. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all could be using y'all
skills to better use. That's right. We gotta talk about more gullible people. Because I was watching Dr. Phil the other day, and they had this woman on there that thought that she was married to Tyler Perry.
Lord.
And she
First
was
off,
dead set. She was like, "Yo, I'm married to Tyler Perry. He talks to me via email and text every day. I know we haven't seen, we haven't talked or seen him face to face, but he said he loves me, and I send him money every now and again."
You send Tyler Perry money.
I need y'all to recognize that Tyler. I need y'all to recognize that Tyler Perry doesn't like women in that way.
Well, I know Tyler doesn't like women.
Right.
In that way, at least.
Tyler already has his pay.
Man, if I can find a clip, I'll put it in the group. It's fucking hilarious.
He has a beard that's paid very well paid already. So
it was somebody that I thought had a beard, and I can't remember who it was. Never mind, I'll figure it out.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
So too much. So y'all out there in dating land, remember there's 4 key ways to spot a pathological liar.
He paid her to keep her around so he can keep lying to her. Like she was his practice. She was his practice dummy.
That shit's fucking hilarious.
Cannon, she said it out her mouth that she thinks that he enjoyed seeing her get excited about stuff, looking for houses, for the car, for London,
and then the letdown.
Why he keep fucking with me?
That's how he fucks.
He was feeding off of that energy. That's what I 100% and her being sexually frustrated. He got a kick out of that shit.
He should have cheated. She should have cheated. I'd have respected her a lot more.
You think it wasn't people trying to get you think it was?
I would have respected her a lot more if she stepped out.
So the 4 ways that you should look for the red flags is they lie about insignificant details, they contradict themselves, they appear to have little or no regret regarding how their lives affect others, they may become defensive or angry if confronted, even if there is proof.
So
or if that nigga plays John Legend songs on the first date and saying, "I found the one."
No.
Leave.
First of all.
Leave.
I was love bombing the wall that time. If everything feels perfect, especially on the first date, it's a red flag off the gate. And I don't say you shouldn't believe in love. I'm not saying you shouldn't believe that it is working out perfectly. But again, 50-50 with that shit. Because nothing ever falls perfectly in anything you just met.
Do your background checks early. You're not late.
First of all.
And Jazz.
If he's talking to somebody, how the fuck are you not talking to them too? But anyway.
Put him on speaker.
One thing I would say. Exactly. But I would say definitely something that made me laugh about when she was talking about the Cheesecake Factory is that I felt like it was still a good argument to restart that. The fact that if he brings you to Cheesecake Factory and he agrees to that shit, he toxic. We don't need that in our lives, ladies. Go to Red Lobster.
Wait,
some bullshit.
No, they said the next day they went to Red Lobster. I said he
just see what I mean.
Show the biscuits, man.
No,
I love it.
The thing about taking a woman on a first date to Cheesecake Factory has nothing to do with the status of the restaurant. It has to do with the fact that you're taking a woman who men look at as indecisive when it comes to food anyway to a restaurant with a Bible for a fucking menu.
Things on the menu.
Because it's like you don't know them enough.
You don't know them. Exactly. But you're not even trying to. You didn't ask her, "Yo, what type of food do you like?" Cool. And then go from there. Like she said
that was her favorite restaurant. But again, red flag for her.
But the thing is, again,
for her too, yes.
But no,
exactly. But weren't they? No, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But weren't they in Atlanta? They were in Atlanta, right? All right, so they're in Atlanta. In Atlanta, there are 3 different.
They were in Georgia.
What part?
Georgia.
She was in. She kept saying the name of it, Conrad or something begin with a C.
Conyers.
No.
Conyers.
Or Connors. What's it called? Conyers?
Yeah, Conyers. It's Conyers.
It's something county. Something county. I don't
know. If it's a C, Cobb County. Cobb County. That's Atlanta.
I know definitely it wasn't Cobb County because she was trying to move to Cobb County later on in the story. I can't remember.
All right. Well, wherever they were, normally I know in Atlanta they have multiple types of like what we would consider cheesecake factories. Yeah. There's different versions. There's different cheese. Like we have the Cheesecake Factory, right? They have like other cheesecake factories. Like we have IHOP and they have House of Pancakes. Like it's other like shit down there that they have that are more like local, like that are like local places. So if she said like she like cheesecakes, like that's my issue. If a man doesn't ask,
this could be the episode of ATL.
It could be.
If a man doesn't ask you for the first date, like what is it that you like, then he doesn't give a fuck about you anyway.
No, they didn't talk long enough, in my opinion, to find out anything about each other before they went on a date. So the fact that she basically went out,
she was too thirsty and he was too hungry.
Well, no, that's because a lot of women are pushed to the they push to do the like, no, I want to meet you, I want to meet you, I want to meet you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Let me, we gonna text and call for the next 30 days before we go meet, because first off, I need to know that you're responsive because I respond to text messages within 30 seconds to a minute. Like, so I need to know that you can do the same. Because if you don't do that and I'm sitting there getting angry as 5 minutes go by before you text me back, I don't like that type of relationship. So let's not do that.
I don't know. For me, it's a red flag. Like, like when it comes to like me when I'm in a dating scene, and then like the first thing a guy sends me is like, "Oh, I'm giving you my number. I'm getting that." I'm like, no, it's a process for me. You're gonna talk to me the way I wish, which is gonna be through Messenger. Then you're gonna go through, and literally, this is my triangle of conversation. We start on usually it's like any dating website, so we're talking on there. Then you'll get a choiced Instagram or Facebook Messenger, depending on how I feel about you. And then after that, then possibly, maybe you'll get my Google number. And then possibly, maybe then you'll get my real number, depending on how long the conversation is or how long we've been talking. I have like,
that's a process.
I love it though. I love it because it protects you.
I don't have time. Exactly, because my situation is that I know who I am as a person. Like, I love real quick. I fall in love. I dream about, oh my God, super, like, oh my God, I want to be with this person. I have to calm my own self. So that's my way of calming myself.
I love it. I love it. Protect yourself.
Exactly. So I do that because my thing is that if you're only hitting the right conversation points on this one thing, and then we go into a more deeper conversation over here, and you're not hitting those same spots, is done. Or whatever the case. And again, and I tell people too, like, I'll give them like 3 chances pretty much, like, because everybody's different in how they date. So maybe you're used to giving out your number. I think that's weird. You don't know. And I tell them, you don't even know me. Why are you giving me your number? Why are you telling me to meet you at your house?
That's the Google number.
That's weird. No, Google number.
Sign me up. Track 1, 2, 3.
It's just that situation.
Off of Facebook. Let's talk about that. I'm not dating people that I meet on Facebook. I went, and when they ended up, I said, let me go in here and see what's going on. And listen, grand opening, grand closing. As soon as I got in there, John, and looked around, I was like, it's ghetto in here, and left right back out.
You know what? I like
a couple cool
dating.
People.
I like Facebook dating just because I know who knows who. It tells you who you're. So like anybody in my friends list, it tells you who they're friends with. So let's say it's somebody I don't fuck with, somebody I know is a bad person, somebody, nope, I don't care how cool we are, how I can't deal with that. I want to know automatically before I even get the conversation. So, but also, like I said, for Facebook dating, and this is my big experience, like I had good experiences, very terrible experiences, but then also the conversation would always be different. So like, again, I'll do the vetting thing. We go dry. We stop talking. Then all of a sudden we're having a good conversation with some random person. And I'm like, oh shit, like we're having a lot of common. Find out it's the same fucking dude I was talking to. I was like, what the fuck happened to you over there? We were having great conversations, and now we're like besties, so that's great. So but it's still
it'd be the vibe.
Yeah, I've met more friends on. I've met a lot of friends on Facebook dating, and I'm like, yo, this is a cool ass person, just not somebody I date.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, more times than not.
Yeah, like this is a cool ass person, but I wouldn't date them.
Well,
for one, they're not as responsive as I need them to be.
Before we move on to the debauchery, all right. If you find yourself in a relationship with a pathological liar, it can be exasperating. I'm saying this because I know from experience.
Lie twice as much. Get even.
It's a lot. Like,
confuse everybody.
Just cheat. Just do it.
Just confuse everybody. Double lie.
That's my motto.
Gaslight the lie.
In a reverse.
That makes it a super lie.
Wait, Siren. What's your motto?
You cheat the fuck on me. I'm cheating back, baby. But I to my knowledge, I have never been cheated on. To my knowledge. Wait a minute.
So you already got a plan for what you're gonna do when you respond?
I tell people that all the time.
Fuck yeah.
All the time.
Thank you. You should always do that. When people look at me, look at me weird when I say to them, yo, you should be prepared with a response to whatever might happen, even if it doesn't happen. The fuck, we ran fire drills when I was in school. We never had a fire in the school.
Since I was very young, I've always like told people, I'm like, listen, if you cheat on me, I might fuck your mama and your daddy.
Yeah.
So be careful what you choose to do.
Then I'm gonna break up with you after I get my lick back. After I get my lick back. I always tell people that. And like I said, to my knowledge,
level 10
it has worked
petty.
for me. I can't speak, if they got one over on me and I didn't find out, oh well, I never found out about it. But to my knowledge, I haven't been cheated on since I was 14 years old. And the one that did it, I fucked him up when I was 14. So we're very good friends now. But yeah, I don't play that game. Like, you do shit to me, I believe in getting my lick back, and I haven't gotten that far in therapy where I don't want to get my lick back. So
I wish I was that petty for like 1 week and see how much damage I can do.
Oh
no, me, I just
how many mothers I could fuck.
I don't know. When I have conversations dating, I usually tell them how I am when it comes. I'm very shut off a person. Once you betray me in any form or fashion that I deem as betrayal, you're done. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm like, oh, thank you for, and I'll be like cordial. I'm like, thank you for telling, like a fucking auntie something. Like, thank you for telling me. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm already fucking people. I'm calling you in the middle while I'm doing it. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm not going to be home. I'm getting fucking back shots right now. I'll talk to you later. Or I'm not going to be home tonight. Don't wait. But it's me keeping moving. And I tell them like next day, because it happened, I'll tell them like, oh, no, I'm not mad. We good. I kept it moving.
I could never be that petty.
Anytime.
No, it's not petty. It's you should have known.
I like to hold on to stuff.
No, that still makes it petty.
I like to hold on to stuff for a grand reveal. So I could just be like, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Like fucking Joker with a monologue at the end of like, this is all the fucked up shit I'm about to do to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you know. I'm going to give you a whole list of shit that I done did for the past 6 months when you thought you got away with it. Anyway.
By the way, don't use that toothbrush.
No.
If you find out that you're in a relationship with a pathological liar, this is the things you can do to cope with the situation before we move on to sucking toes and shit. Number one, you can call them out. When you catch the liar in a lie, let them know that they are lying. However, keep in mind that they may react violently, aggressively. They may be resentful. That can happen. Don't debate with them, because all they're going to do is engage you in a circular conversation, and they're going to gaslight you. If it's a pathological liar, he's not going to admit that he's lying anyway. Even
or she.
Yeah, or she.
Damn.
Damn, yo. She, them, they.
Like, damn.
I thought it was implied.
Because them days, they be lying their asses off.
They be lying their off too.
It's because I got somebody in my mind. That's why
I know.
No, it was
I could tell.
Bitch,
I could definitely tell.
Walk away, okay? You need
backwards. Don't walk away with your back.
Don't turn your back to these motherfuckers.
Walk backwards.
Yeah. Just walk backwards.
Away.
That's you here, bitch.
Mean to walk away from the relationship, okay? Now, if you are not like me, I'm telling you to get out of the unhealthy dynamic. I'm going to stay till I get my lick back, and then I will leave after I get my lick back. But y'all should walk away. Don't be like me. Okay?
Don't be like her, please.
Don't be like me.
It's not helpful.
Fuck that. Get your lick back.
Have fun with it.
Get your lick back.
Exactly.
And the reason you should get your lick back is because they be like, well, revenge ain't gonna make you feel no better. If that was the case, God wouldn't want vengeance. God likes vengeance because it feels better. It feels good to him.
Kaiser Sose, and that's what he wanted you to do all along. Like, yeah, I always want you to fuck my daddy anyway. He said he wanted a piece of that. Boom. Look at you. Police yourself.
I'm cracking up.
Kaiser Sose.
Yes, Ty, you are late. I'm giving you these helpful tips on how to get your lick back. And lastly, seek professional help, okay?
Like a restraining order. Protection from abuse. Because I don't trust people.
If necessary.
Seek professional help because it can be very traumatizing for some people. Some people more than others, you know what I mean? For people to constantly be gaslit and emotionally abused. So definitely therapy. That's what we encourage. And now that we have finished talking about liars, let's talk about lickers. of feet.
Love it.
So for our you got a little toe jam in your tooth.
Fucking hangnail and shit.
So we are going to move on to our inside the box segment. And if you don't know what the box is, then that means that yours is probably dry. Like
you don't yuck nobody's yum, y'all.
Womp womp.
Yes.
Could be
Sex
worse.
and more sex. We're going to be talking about podophilia, also known as foot fetish. Let me tell you the stress I was going through typing in podophilia. It kept trying to autocorrect it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was like, "You're
to what?
A little banner comes
To
up.
to pedophilia.
Yes, it was stressing me out.
Do you mean
Because
like, no.
when I read it as that
That's
first,
a good game.
and I was like, whoa, I know that's not what she said. Let me go back and look at that again. And I had to really read it.
I was like, wait, that's not how. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Because I got dyslexia. That shit was fucking with me for a second. I was like, where's the E? Is this what we're talking about?
Listen.
At work, and I'm like, if somebody walk behind me,
might get fucking flagged.
Fucking FBI come, what's good? Like, not me.
There we go.
If it would listen,
no pictures to come up. I'm like,
I was about to email you and inbox you like, what we doing, yo? Like, what's going on? Like, I hear you, but that's something that we should talk about more, and we should definitely get rid of the uncle. Like, we got to do that. Like, we got to expose the uncle. But
yeah, fuck out of here.
I don't think we should do that on the unicorns. Yeah, because I feel like we're gonna get canceled.
At all. So, growing up, everybody is told that feet are dirty, they're gross. Don't put your feet in my face. It's the automatic feeling that we have towards feet. We don't like feet typically because that's what we are taught, right? But people who have podophilia or foot fetish, they are sexually aroused and excited by feet. They get sexual pleasure from feet and consider them a necessary part of sexual gratification. And foot fetishism is one of the most popular and common types of sexual fetishes.
Somehow.
So I was looking to see, like, what were the other popular fetishes? Where did it go?
I'm sure anyone like in the 1800s and under had foot fetishes automatically because that was like the only thing you could really see.
Let me see that ankle real quick. Oh
right.
God, those toes.
That's where it started.
Yeah. Oh, somebody want to suck your toes, Jazz?
We'll talk
Give
about
us
it.
stars. There we go.
If you would like to suck Jazz's toes, and she has cute little feet, please.
I do.
5. I see 5, 5, 10. I get 10. I get 10. 10 little piggies. 10 little piggies.
So the most common OnlyFans fetishes are the feet fetish, the fetish for cummed undies, so undies would come on it, fetish for revealing clothes, bondage fetish, and I don't know what oralism is. I forgot to look that up. Jazz,
something with a mouth.
AUR.
Yeah, definitely. Is that the one where it's just? I don't think it's the licking fetish.
Is this a spit?
Let's
I don't think it's a spit. I think I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I'm
disappointed in myself right now.
Yeah, I was like,
just put things in your mouth.
It's by sound and sexual arousal.
ASM.
Oh, auto. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Listen to people.
You call it now ASMR.
Yeah.
I know somebody with that. I know somebody with that fetish.
I do.
I'm not paying you $10 a month for that shit.
I'm not paying for it. I'll show you. Well, it's men, but I'll show you the female ones. They nice.
So also the fetish for stockings and heels, and then the fetish for sweaty nudes. So those are the
sweaty
most
nudes.
OnlyFans fetishes.
You gotta put quotes around sweaty because that's the important part.
Sweaty. It's gotta be sweaty nudes. So does anyone on the panel have this fetish? Y'all into feet?
So I personally don't have the fetish. Jokingly enough, I personally don't like people touching my feet, but I'll do it for money. If that makes sense. Because my feet are sensitive. So I walk on my feet. I don't like shoes. It's too much for me. It's overstimulating. But when I did work as like a foot fetish model, I was making good money from it. I was doing boot crushing videos. And I was like, what was the one thing that was like really popular on my site was like
ball busting,
crushing lotion. No, lotion bottles. Like crushing because it will come out and that gets sexy. Yeah. So they would like the way it looked. That's it pretty much. So yeah.
Listen, I heard it's lucrative. Cardi,
you on Foot Finder?
Y'all like feet?
Not anymore. I'm going back though.
I gotta go back. I don't put I got size 16 shoes. I gotta put my feet out there.
Oh, that's money. Go.
Somebody gonna pay me for them
women
basketball feet.
Have foot fetishes, so yeah. And I'm sure there's not a lot of men doing it. So
it doesn't do anything for me, but I do know that rubbing a woman's foot gets things going. So
because it's not where like it's a hot spot or whatever the hell it's called.
Hey, every
like
nerve ending in your body is in your feet. So I know how to rub a good fucking foot.
Yeah,
I can put you to sleep, but I can make you wet. Either one.
Can he rub my feet? For science. I just want to see it.
For science. I tell you first fucking hand.
Oh God.
But no, the like sexualizing feet though, it hasn't done nothing for me. I like pretty feet. And feet can't really jerk me off unless you're a orangutan. You got orangutan hand feet.
They can.
I don't see.
They can.
I don't see it.
They can. I don't particularly have a fetish around feet. All right. So I feel like sex should be all encompassing. Like it should be fully like everything should be involved. So like women that have been like, don't touch my feet, eventually they involve their feet in the sex, like because it's all encompassing. I feel like so it's not necessarily a fetish. Like I don't like pull it. I'm not going to make it a standalone thing, but it's going to be involved. Your feet are going to be involved.
Exactly.
There you go.
I feel like men.
I'm gonna rub that foot.
A lot, not all men, but a lot of men. Like they get into the routine of just and it's just like fuck, I got a whole body. Like I'm tired. Like this is boring.
Yeah.
Listen.
I get that because my male partners are like again not into the feet thing, but I do believe in embracing the body, right? So if I'm loving on you, I'm loving pretty much every part of you, besides a few parts. I'm not doing, but I'll make you feel good, and it's always been a situation with a partner.
Make you feel
good. The partner would be like, "Oh, I'm not used to this," or Joel, especially like the men, they're not used to being, worship. They're not used to that, so they'd like push me off. They just want the basic, and I'm like, "This is lame."
You know what? You were right. You know what? Because I didn't get my feet rubbed until like Ty started rubbing my feet, and for the first time ever, I was like, "This is a thing."
I'll rub them.
This is good.
If your feet look like 12 miles a slave, I ain't touching them.
I mean, and I get my feet done too now. So like, I get pedicures. I have no shame. We go ahead and get them done.
It's the sub in me too. It's like that's part of the worship for me. Like again, I'm not worshiping the feet, but it's praising the person. Right.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna take care of you.
Jazz, you just made me think of that damn Jesus Super Bowl commercial with the feet. Oh god.
Yo. But I would just say no, but I'm saying it's like again, I pretty much had every job you could think of, and one of them was being a massage therapist. I know how important, especially a lot of us have manual jobs where we are on our feet, we're sore, and especially at the job I'm at now. If you tell me anything about your feet or your body, I'm like, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is how I'm gonna help you. I bought manicure kits from my partners. Yeah, like I'm just gonna take care of you like it's nothing. It's not a big deal to me, unless it's super gross. And I'm like, you fix that shit first and then come see me.
Right, I gotta go.
You should be taking care of yourself. I don't want I don't want no fucking mountain goat feet. Like I don't want that shit with the fucking
mountain goat.
You ever seen those videos with the fucking toenail? Like again, not shaming nobody. Everybody is different in the world, but I be seeing these fucking videos because I love pippin' poppin' and all that shit. So like they'll have their toenails with the. So I'm like, how? And they're like, oh, well, I didn't know about motherfucker. This Sean's black and gray. How? How did you not know this was an issue?
I'm cracking up.
Well, I knew it was an issue when the Chinese people started making fun of me. When I take my socks off, they see, and they're like, "Oh, no!" And they start scraping my foot, and they just keep going and going and going.
And they bring out when they bring out the cheese grater, and they bring out the cheese grater, They only bring out the cheese grater for men. I've never seen them use the cheese grater on women. Ever.
Go to work with Cardi's toes.
Because we usually get our feet done a lot more.
When you're done.
So it's already taken care of. Because a few times before, I think like when I was younger, like a teenager, like I didn't give a shit. I was very tomboy. I didn't give a shit about none of that. But I played sports, whatever. And then when I remember the first time being girly about shit, and they got my feet done, and they brought the cheese. I was like, yo, I'm never doing this shit again. I gotta get it done every week at this point. Y'all not coming at me like that
with no fucking cheese grater. Especially with the four-sided joint, like they be like, yeah, we're gonna start on the fine side, and we're gonna turn it. We gotta change the grading and shit. Nah, bro, you're not doing that to my feet.
Gary's gonna say, I ain't gonna be like, come here, girl, so I can nut on your toes.
That's always a nut.
Hey, Darius, you in the chat. So Darius, you know who sucked my toes and it was so goddamn good that I felt like I was cheating in plain sight. So I
don't say it, dog.
Then it wasn't cheating.
I felt like I was cheating. It was a room full of people, but
that is the problem.
One of my exes, but he was not my ex at the time. He was my boyfriend. One of his friends sucked my toes, and that man's tongue was like.
That sounds like a setup for the But
it was magic. I would never sleep. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Like I wouldn't touch. I'm talking about Davison there. He was a Haitian man, and I think that had something to do with it. But I wanted to, like, my vagina was like, fuck him, and then my brain.
Your mind was like, what?
Absolutely
never.
Not. But
it's a trap.
It was like wrapping around and yes, Darius Davison. He got a magical tongue. So then I'm like,
but wait,
his head is probably a fucking amazing.
But wait, don't Haitian men don't eat pussy.
Allegedly,
they eat pig feet.
Don't believe that shit.
They do.
That's what they say. They say they don't eat pussy.
Allegedly, you heard what I said. Allegedly,
I heard you.
Jean-Pierre, I think you're so.
Not Jean-Pierre.
Through the feet.
But I'm like, I'm in the room full of people, and like, yes, everybody know who I'm with, and like, he's like, I'm gonna suck your feet, and I suck his hoes, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But then you start feeling yourself slide down in the chair.
Yeah.
Like,
Did your boyfriend say something to him?
He was. I don't know where was he at.
Oh shit!
Clearly not there.
I don't know. I blocked him out. I don't know where he was at.
Yeah, because you ain't give a fuck in that moment.
Yeah.
Right?
He definitely couldn't have been there. I don't know where the fuck he was.
Welcome back, Jess.
Jess is like, because she
woke up for that.
I don't know where he was. Couldn't possibly tell you.
Okay.
He was cooking on the side.
Nobody said anything to him. Nobody told him. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody
said nothing. Oh, they ain't got no friends. Nobody likes him.
Nobody dimed him out. Well,
nobody liked your boyfriend at all.
He used to sleep with other people's girlfriends, so probably.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
No.
You don't sleep with your friends' girlfriends while they're together.
Even though it's a sexual act, I don't feel like it's a sexual act.
So you wouldn't feel no type of way if you walked in and seen Ty getting her toes sucked by another nigga.
If it was just that, I'd be like,
"Oh, it was tingling."
I'm like,
he's paying the full package.
Walking in, Cardi. The way she just spun that, walking in on it, the walking in on it is going to make it. It's going to be the issue. Like, yeah, it's the betrayal part more than anything. But if he knew about it ahead of time and he walked in and the nigga's doing it when he walked in, it's not going to be a big deal.
Like, a nigga was like, "Yo, man, I got this like really crazy foot fetish, and like your girl feet look real good. Can I just like lick them?" I'm like, yeah. All right, weird ass nigga.
You gotta ask her.
If
it's cool with her, whatever.
Well, do y'all suck toes?
I can't get
absolutely.
Shit.
You suck toes?
Absolutely.
I've done it. I mean, it don't do nothing for me, but
that's my shit.
It ain't for me though.
The whole body.
Okay. Advertisement.
I was just thinking that in my head.
Okay.
I was like,
all right.
No.
I talk entirely too much on this.
Well, Sal, if it was you, I'd be like, "Ew, it's fucking Sal. Get off."
Listen,
Bad sound. Just like a
men
spray
should
bottle.
be licking everything. Everything. They should lick assholes and elbows.
From the rooter to the tutor.
Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Somebody like nibbled my knee, and when I tell you, it was the best feeling ever. Like I almost came just off that. Yo, she nibbled on my knee. Like she nibbled on my kneecap. Like, and I am telling you now.
What's a nibble?
Like it was like she used her teeth a little. Like not enough to bite.
A dainty bite.
Yeah.
Not the back of the knee, but
that's like usually my secret
kneecap. The kneecap.
That and like, wait, what's the spot? So the spots usually it's like where the arm is, like where it meets where the elbows. Yes. I go ham on that part. I go ham on like where the knee at. It's very licky, like so I lick that part. The inner thighs of the man too. Love doing that shit because they automatically jump on to push me off.
I was about to say, you lick a man inner thighs. He got a lot of things going through his mind.
But that's the thing; they're not used to it. A lot, like my partners weren't used to that at the part. And I was like, shut up. And I remember pushing them. I was like, relax. Let me enjoy you. Chill the fuck out.
Man, I almost kicked Ty in the face one time.
That's how I ease them into the finger and the booty is by licking and nibbling on everything around the penis.
No.
And like you are a relaxed sensation, and now.
Well, that's why, like, so the
untrustworthy.
Like for me, what I was
just
doing,
untrustworthy. Manipulation, all of it. Like that is just no.
No, but that's the same too, because that's like if I do like, let's say I'm straddling, and it's nothing sexual yet. But like he's already like moaning in my fucking cussing my neck and shit, just like, oh my god, baby, that's so good. Because whatever I'm doing, I'm in. Whatever the fuck I'm doing, I know I got you. We gonna do whatever the fuck I want after this.
Oh man, this is about to get paid.
But they enjoy it. Everything is enjoyed. They're just like, I didn't know I like that. Yes, you did, baby. It's okay.
No man knows that he likes getting paid until he does.
I do think that men are not used to women exploring their bodies. And so some men I have found are like uncomfortable when I am trying to explore their body because they're not used to being touched in certain
They get tense and I'm
That's
just
right.
like,
Hey, what you doing over there?
I ain't even trying to slide nothing in yet. I'm just we working our way up to it. Relax, baby.
Just go crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, my favorite part is like the arm area. That's like my favorite part. And then like I'll nibble on it, whatever the hell, lick whatever, and then they just get tense. And a lot of the guys,
and a lot of men, like they're not
used to it. Well, I posted something recently on the chat, and people are going crazy for that. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they were getting upset about that. They're like, "Oh, I'm not getting tied up." And I was like, "He's being worshipped. Like, why are y'all upset about this?"
Oh, the tie-up joint.
Yeah.
Yo, listen,
they were mad.
And so it's this Asian man. It's a meme of an Asian man. Well, it's a video of an Asian man tied up, like hanging from the ceiling type shit, in some weird ass position because he looked like he tried to get out.
Okay, yeah, I think
and she is licking the back of his thigh. Listen, you know how like we watch movies and a man will get kicked in the dick and we all like ooh. Yeah. When she licked this thigh, I did the ooh. I felt that for him. I was like, oh, this shit is torture.
Ty said, Cardi don't play. You love everything I do to you. What you do to him?
The first time, like I said, when she was messing with my feet, I almost kicked her right in the face. Because she did this. So like these are my toes, right? And then she did this. She started finger fucking the in between. And I was just like shaking uncontrollably and almost fucking kicked her in the face. I'm like, bitch, what you doing?
Okay. To be in love. So do that shit. I'm like, baby, I love you. Just let me do it real quick.
To take it back to the foot fetishes. So why do people have foot fetishes? Of course, you know, most things go back to your childhood. But that they're saying that it may lie in your brain. So they said that the brain maps to show the areas of your brain, what areas of your brain are turned on when you experience sensations or when you see, touch, or smell something, that the part of your brain that controls the sensation in your feet and your genitals are right next to each other.
Oh shit.
So in some people, when you feel, see, or smell feet, the area of your brain that controls your genitals may turn on too. So science.
So if you get stumped out by a bunch of niggas and you got hard, then you just realize
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't as
things.
horrible as you thought.
One,
only you. Only
you might like feet.
Only
2, you might like getting stomped on, and 3, you might like niggas too.
Because Dr. Cardi says so. Anyway,
not because I said so.
It makes sense. Science.
Leave it
science.
To
That's what you said.
Science.
So, what's the difference between a foot fetish and a shoe fetish? Because there is a difference, but also they overlap sometimes. Some people prefer bare feet. Some people enjoy clean feet and shoes. Others like dirty or sweaty ones. Some like large feet, some like small sizes. So the shoe fetish is.
Can we say dainty?
I'm gonna fuck this pronunciation up. Retifism, something. Retism. I don't know. Retifism.
Just call it. You don't give a fuck at that point.
No, I like to give you the correct words.
For the niggas that like to drink like wine out of shoes,
that's how I won the
what's fucking wrong with you? I'm just curious. No disrespect, but fuck's wrong with you?
What's his name? What was his name? The guy from.
Like,
it's a show. I'll show you.
Bailey's from 10 miles in it, and then you need to put some wine in it, and then like I'll just let it breathe with the foot funk and the wine, and I'm gonna just slurp that shit up.
All right, so can I just went to Google. It's retifism.
Thank you.
Retifism. Yeah, retifism.
All right. So they like people to wearing the shoes, seeing other people wear shoes. I'm sorry, they like people wearing the shoes. They like to wear them themselves, or they like to use the shoes for sexual gratification. So they will masturbate using the shoe. Rub the shoe all on their dick.
Sounds painful.
And stuff like
that.
With
the sole?
With any part of it.
Any part of it.
It's all painful.
Slap it on the soul.
Like there's this movie called Jade from way back in the day, probably like the 90s. And the guy had a foot fetish, a shoe fetish, really. And he wanted her to basically use her 7-inch stilettos to play with his penis and I guess his anus as well, because there's no way that the heel wasn't going there. So yeah, it was a lot. But that was a regular movie. Like that wasn't like NC-17. Like that was R.
Quentin Tarantino did have a foot fetish.
Stream Jade.
And then you had the people, probably Carolyn. They say Idris Elba has a foot fetish. Ricky Martin, Tommy Lee. I'm trying to think who else. Some other people, but it's people that have foot fetishes. So I'm about to give me some sexy shoes and get them in inbox Idris. You know, you call me a homewrecker, I'm fine with that. Then you have
I'm fine with that.
Olfactophilia, right? Which overlaps with the foot fetish. So that's odor fetishism.
Yeah.
And it plays a major role in foot fetishism. They like the smell of smelly socks and smelly feet. And it also can be people who are aroused by smells that just are any odor emanating from the body. So passing gas, funky underarms. There are people that get aroused by that because it's coming from the body.
Go off.
Good for you.
So all right, so my question about that would be like, and I know it's true, but would it be considered that if it's for like one specific person? Like you've never been like for someone, like for instance, like somebody that's never been in the feet, like that's just not their shit. But one particular person brings it out of them. Like is that?
Well, isn't that like? Go ahead.
Because like I can think. No, the reason I'm saying that is because I'm thinking about like how I feel about smells. Like I'm a Taurus. Everybody knows that that's our shit, right? Yeah, I mean, they almost like throw us in that fetish immediately, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's very specific though. Like it's not. I don't like everybody's smell. Like it's certain women who I like their scent,
right?
And there's other women who their shit is repulsive,
right?
But I think it goes into like how I would understand it is like again, it goes back to that primal scent too, right? Because It's all about our scent. And honestly, the feet have a very strong gland where the pheromones or whatever comes out of, right? The same thing with the armpits, the same thing, you know, with just regular sweat. They have particular scent. And I also, again, believe in that whole, if you're only interested in that one person or an individual that has a certain scent, but don't give a fuck about anybody else's, why not? Because that is more of a natural, you're attuning to them. So, you know, it makes more sense. It's like,
it does. I'm thinking about it.
I do have people that I find them visually attractive, but I don't like the way that their natural body scent. It turns me off.
Sam.
You know, I don't know what that fucking is.
That's how I judge partners, actually.
I was about to say I do the same thing because women that I'm attracted to, I naturally think they smell like cookies.
Oh, it's interesting.
That's weird.
Mine's, I can't even explain the scent. Like I had an ex who's a real good friend of mine still, but I would always say I had a natural attraction to him. And it was a situation like every time you come around, I'm alert. I'm like, damn, we gotta do something. But then, you know, it didn't work out. And I was like, I can't give that, but I tell him I can't even be around you. Like I can't, because it's like his natural scent. It's just like something for me. And I'm just like, I can't fuck with you.
That's what I got that type of natural musk.
Yeah.
Do you?
Gentleman Jack.
Yes.
Fucking Sex Panther.
Carolyn said she needs to jar her farts. Just
child. That's a thing. Sell them, girl.
I had a girlfriend that liked me when I had like sweaty balls. Like if I go play ball, like go play ball.
That's love.
And then come back.
I've only ever had one woman do that, and it almost was a turn off because I knew what I smelled like.
That's different. You know, but for them it could be different.
Listen, it was almost a turn off because it felt like I know.
I don't like being dirty. Trixie.
Exactly. That's me. That's me.
Right.
Like.
There's a difference.
And I was like, no, good. More power to you.
Trixie said, I love my husband's natural smell. Sal said, I love the smell of Victoria's Secret products and Newport smokes together. Shut the fuck up, Sal.
It just sounds like prostitutes.
Carolyn said, yeah, but you know, some men have a natural odor that's sexy and memorable. Yeah, I am very much like, I like scents and I'm very sensitive. I'm hypersensitive to scents. So something can smell good, but still be so overpowering that it turns me off and it literally will make me sick. But if like men's colognes,
I was about to say you had a cologne in mind that makes you sick. Which one is it?
I don't know. I don't like musky things.
Yeah.
So Egyptian musk is a no-go. None of the Muslim oils will work for you.
I don't know.
I don't like Muslim
smoky
oils.
scents.
I do not.
So you said you like smoky scents?
I have no idea what.
So like you like tobacco-based
Sweet
product,
tobacco is like. But it's funny, like if it's cigarettes or something, or like actually a cigar, like I'm not a fan of.
No.
But like depending on like the cologne, or like I have candles that scent like that, like more masculine scents. I feel connect better with me. I like floral stuff, but like as for some odd reason, it does not connect. It does not smell good to me. It fades too quick. I like the more masculine scent because I feel like it changes with me to be more of like presenting properly versus the other crack.
So then you need to find men that wear like more expensive colognes, like Clive Christian.
Yeah. Well, usually they do.
Tom Ford sometimes, but not all the Tom Fords. Like they got to wear the more expensive shit, the shit that as the day wears on, the scent of the actual like cologne changes.
A lot of it was like a lot of the like Muslim oils too, like certain ones I like. So like I had one of my exes and he had like, he only broke out like this certain one. It was so old, it didn't even have the fucking name on it anymore, wore off. But every time he put this shit on for special occasions, I was nuts. I was like, you ain't going out the fucking house in that shit.
Smells, you be like,
you got that pheromones, got that Prince shit.
Now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I told him, I was like, I was like, who you going out? And he's like, I have a job interview. I was like, fucking lying. You better come the fuck back.
Now,
I was
like, okay, cool. Make sure you come back after that.
You know what's funny? I have certain scents that I wear that are not even expensive, but because of the reaction that I get from men and women, I'm like, I'm gonna keep buying this cheap shit because apparently it works well with what I got going on. I don't know what it is.
Well, see, and the funny thing is, I look at Versace Dylan that way. I feel like Versace Dylan for women is like super universal and I connected with women who want to find a husband.
Yeah.
Like women that wear that, like, because the men, I have yet to see a man. I have yet to see a man smell it on a woman and not instantly react to her.
Okay.
Like, come out, like,
what's that? Let me write that down again.
Put that in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Versace Dylan.
Versace Dylan. Get yourself a man.
We trying to get married.
I'm gonna be right fucking Sephora or some shit right by the scent. Just watching people buy this shit.
Now,
like,
how'd you like Chance by Chanel?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody bought that for me, and it does smell very good on me. And I was like, all right,
I've been doing.
Yo, I really thought that I was gonna. I like most of Paco Rabanne's colognes. I really thought that I was gonna like Fame for women. I smelled it and absolutely hated it. Like, and it's sweet. It's sweet, right? But I actually like all of the Prada candies. I have yet to smell any of the Prada candies that I don't like. And it's still a sweet smell.
Well versed in scents.
But like Fame, I did not like it.
Me has got me by.
But I don't I see you, I hear you, Darius, but I don't like Eros on women. I like Eros for me. I got every fucking version. I got the intense, I got the red, all of them. But I don't like Eros for women. I like Dylan for women way more.
Carolyn says she likes to mix the expensive perfume with affordable ones. I'm telling you,
that's how you do it.
I got some Mariah Carey Dream from Ross. I can't keep the bitches off of me. Not even the women, like, let me smell you. I'm like, okay, so this is my lesbian perfume. Let me put this over here.
Lesbian perfume. Well, the Cardi Experience presents Moi. Get you some.
No, my shit right now is mixing Phantom, Eros, and Clive Christian Rock Rose.
Okay.
It sounds like you just mix a whole bunch of weed together in just one blunt.
It's called an everything blunt. That, you know what I mean, we do that. We do that every now and again. Like, I have a friend that has a delivery service.
Shit.
So we kind of like do that every now and again, where we'll just mix a bunch of shit together and make a blunt out of it. But yeah, similar.
Yo, I'm with you, Sao Polo. I got a bottle of Polo Blue I had for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I do the half and half. I do expensive and then I'll do the cheap shit. So I overlay everything. So like I'll have the lotion of a certain, and I always try to do like something edible in a sense. So like vanilla, something sweet, but not like overly powdered. Like, I'm a big fan of coconut. So everything I have is like tropical coconutty. And then I'll have something that's just like vanilla based. And then like from where the masculine scent, like I said, I'll have more of like that smoky type thing. So I can kind of smell like a toasted fucking coconut cookie, some shit. So macaroon, like that shit, that's just my thing.
Start trying shit.
Yeah,
no,
and it's a different.
Go to Sephora.
Too.
For real, go to Sephora. Sephora will be because Sephora has everything kind of set up a little bit different, and you don't feel like you're being pressured because you know in Macy's all of the cologne chicks, they're all commissioned.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need you to buy something.
Well,
I just buy like samples, and then I just go ahead and get like the little squeezy bottles of shit, test it out, and I'll like some, and then I'll hate, because I always thought I would hate vanilla because I was like, oh, that's a basic shit. Like, I'm not ever doing that. Fucking love it. And I'm like, oh well, I just needed a good one, I guess.
Well, James, if you sell your feet pics,
that's what I'm saying.
You can afford whatever you want.
Okay? Yeah, you can get that, and you can get that Clive Christian for real.
So let's talk about how lucrative it can be. Okay. A student is financing her medical school studies by raking in nearly $6,000 a month, selling pictures online of her feet. Her name is Sweet Arches. That's the name. She's 28, and she says she devotes 6 to 10 hours a day to her side hustle to show her aesthetically pleasing feet. She has about 105,000 fans on OnlyFans. And so she just shows, 50 to 100 messages a day through the OnlyFans account. I just pose my feet in different positions. Like, just put up a picture of her feet. She has nice feet. So she does little things like that for her OnlyFans. You said, I think her feet are cute.
Just like, I'm shitting on them feet.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. They look like pig feet.
Oh my god!
No, they look like no. They look like the Cabbage Patch toys. the feet that are connected. I'm not shitting on her. Make your money. Make your money. That's what it reminded me of in that pose. I was like, go off.
6 racks a month.
So she doing something right. She said people like to watch her crush things like raspberry grapes or cakes with her toes.
Yep.
She said people have asked her to do things like squish ants, but she doesn't kill living things.
Oh my god, ants, bitch! If you don't kill that ant, she be at 10 grand if she killed the ants.
Some people
she got morals.
Yes. Some people like foot worship, so she has to play with her own feet on camera. Other people just want to suck, kiss, or lick the toes, or ask to send worn boots or shoes to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, they'll ask for like smelly boots, but she was like, it's really hard for me to get my feet to stink, so I'll do my best.
I'm so poor.
But she said she's been like this since she was a child. She's always been fascinated by her feet and other people's feet, so she would always compliment people on their feet or randomly give them foot massages and stuff. And
sounds like assault.
Y'all gonna have to help me find
we got you. We all about to make money after this. We all gotta have a
for my feet. I need a username for my feet.
Oh, we can. Y'all can be making some money. Is what
unicorn feet. There we go. Done. We got it.
Unicorn feet.
Unicorn feet.
Unicorn toes. Unicorn toes. Perfect.
Unicorn toes. Perfect. I like that. We had some other testimonies from people who like toes. He said, I'm a foot guy and girls' feet and toes are a big turn on for me. I like the smell of girls' feet and her rich feminine foot scent. He likes to clean the girls' feet. He likes it if she's wearing socks. He wants them to be a little smelly. And, he
wants his house lived in.
He can't have sex without being able to view the feet.
So missionary or flexible sniper.
Gotta be in his eyesight,
Yes, flexible sniper position.
He wants to
or missionary.
I'm sure this is Jesus's only fetish.
What? Shut up. Another person said when I was a girl, I would practice foot rubs and pedicures on my friends, and they would do the same thing to me, and their mothers and everything like that. Right. But she said, for me, I always felt an intense hot mess of arousal when we did those things to each other's feet.
Hot mess.
After a while, I began to become more self-aware and understand the cause and effect of the good feelings. So then she would sniff and lick her own feet and rub them tenderly in the privacy of her bedroom. And, so then she would masturbate after she would do all that. So this is a little girl. So she was rubbing somebody's mama's feet.
Try a little tender.
Getting her dollies off.
All right. So is that not assault because she didn't know?
I don't think it was assault because the people didn't know. That's why she was doing it.
And she didn't know either, though, right? She became self-aware. That's when she tied it down, right?
I don't know if she stopped doing it.
No, she didn't stop doing it. But now she recognizes the thing. That's all. Now she knows.
So
thank you.
Like she was rubbing the feet and her little. That's a little freaky. That's a little wild.
You know what? Nah. Then if it was me and you're massaging my feet or whatever the fuck, and I know you got this fetish, you paying me now. I'm doing you.
They was little kids. They
didn't. They were little kids.
Yes, she said it started.
I thought you said aunt or something.
Yeah. So when you said that weird. her normally fetishes go back to childhood, hers started in childhood. It literally started in childhood. Like she had nothing to connect that to.
Exactly.
She just was like a 6-year-old little that feet thing, that feet thing. Yeah. Like that was it. She liked feet.
They was painting each other's toenails and stuff like little kids do, and she.
Yeah. All right, so cool. So it was the connection that was created. It was the intimate connection that was created in that moment that she's yearning for. That's what we'll rock with.
I don't know.
Sure, let's go with that.
We'll rock with that.
But every podiatrist has
a kink as well. On her own toes and masturbating in the bathroom. So
yeah,
everything escalates. It was her painting of her friend's toenails was her gateway drug.
Yeah.
Well, it was the one lady said she had to break up with her boyfriend because they could only have sex in positions where he could see her feet. So she was always having to contort her body because he had to.
No, you don't gotta contort your body.
That's what
missionary.
Maybe she got tired of that.
That's the issue. She wanted something different. That's all. She
reverse cowgirl. See them
she didn't want to cheat. That's all.
Touche. But she also was saying that
get a mirror.
Whenever they were out, she was always turning him on. Like if she had on flip flops or sandals or whatever. Like I'm not even trying to turn you on or arouse you right now.
I'm a shock
nigga, I'm just trying to walk.
The shoes I want to wear. Yeah, like a bitch just trying to walk and get a little sun on her feet. Like,
nah.
I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue.
Say, just worship.
Like
just
I don't see the issue.
It.
Like I haven't.
Unless it's a sad situation or something dire. Like don't be like trying to suck my
or
in the middle of the
day. like in public, like trying to
just
suck
like,
her
babe,
toes.
I need you now. Let's go to the bathroom. Okay, maybe.
Not at me, my or the kid's birthday party. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. There's a time and a place.
He's outside, and now I gotta fucking wear Doc Martens and shit because.
All right, well, listen.
Control yourself.
Maybe likes that more. Now it's forbidden. You know what I mean? It's even more enticing. Fuck out of here. No, I'm good.
Okay, Darius, I see you saw the problem.
Scary out there for basic fetishes like this. Imagine like someone at the beach just losing their fucking shit.
I think some guy
like, oh my god,
like Cisco just fucking having the time of his fucking life, just shaking himself like.
Now I actually know a guy who has a foot fetish, and he told me, "Oh God, I'll be trying not to tell people business, or not for people not to be able to figure out who I'm talking about."
I mean, he's gonna figure it out because he knows what you're saying.
Well,
go ahead.
I don't give a fuck if he know. I just don't want nobody else to figure it out.
All right, well, we're not gonna know. And if I know, I won't say his name.
You don't know him, so
all right, cool. Because I was about to say,
I remember that story.
Because somebody was in the chat that knows him.
Oh,
hopefully they left. So like he had a foot fetish, and basically he was upset because his significant other was cool with it at first, but then she switched up on him. She sex fished him. You know what I'm saying? Like once.
I don't think that's.
I've been through something similar, so I get it. That's annoying.
Yeah, like now all of a sudden it's a problem, and I'm just like, well, what you like to do to the feet? I'm having a conversation because I'm nosy, and also, well, that's besides the point. Anyway, I'm nosy, so I'm like, well, what you like to do to the feet? And like he liked to do a little foot wrestling, like had them struggle to freedom, like put the feet.
Like did you shibari the toes or something? Like what's going on? And she was like, I don't fuck with that.
Like shibari the toes and try to fight and get her feet out. You know what I'm saying? Of the bondage and stuff like that. Tickling would not. Oh, that wouldn't work.
I'm not a tickler
at all.
Yeah, if you go straight for the tickle, what's up?
Yeah,
it's
I
over.
will punch you in your fucking throat. Don't tickle my. Don't do that.
Someone who spoken like someone who had brothers or older cousins.
I do. I have I don't like it.
Well, maybe pee myself.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. Yeah,
we just started boxing.
I wouldn't mind. I was like, I could do that. I don't really see a problem with it. Like I wouldn't have, if that's all I got to do is wiggle my toes around and you be turned on. Shit, that's easy. That's light work.
Yeah, it's light work.
Yeah. I guess if he's not really. And this is for anybody. Like I can see how certain fetishes or fetishes in general or turn-ons can be a problem in relationships, especially if the other person's not really into it. But if that's the only thing you're obsessing over, you know what I mean? It's like, again, with the foot fetish, if you're only getting turned on by the foot and that's the only thing you really care about, I can see how a partner would be like, that's all I am to you.
Well, yeah.
Even though I want to be so like, and that's one of the issues like I have with like being a bigger girl, when they would only talk about like I was a big girl, I love big girl. I'm like, why am I just the big girl? Like I'm other things. Like, and I can understand why that might be a turn off for a partner. But the switching situation, like I said, there's also you gotta be what's the word I'm looking for? Compromising, right? Because it's not just about your pleasure. If you're only obsessing over the feet and you're only showing the best moves to the feet and nothing everything else, and you just bust that nut and then everybody go home at the end, or you know what I mean, or separate at the end, what did you really connect with besides that one part? Yeah, so it's supposed to be like, again, I'm a person of the whole body. I want to worship the whole body. So if I'm only focusing on that one part, am I doing you a justice? Am I doing, because then it's selfish. I'm only caring about what I want to do to you. What about
at BlurCon last year, this motherfucker
thank you.
was sucking my damn toes and First of all, I walked barefoot through that damn hotel. I had on like a body stocking thing, but like, can I suck your toes? I'm like, sure, knock yourself out. Like, and then I was like, you don't know where my goddamn feet have been at, and you just
he does. They've been from the main exhibit hall to wherever the fuck he got to ask you. Like he knew where they were.
And
got the flavor on it.
I'm like, so you like that shit?
It was seasoning.
The seasoning. There you go. It's the seasoner.
Not seasoning. Yes, Reva. It was the foot guy. I think you left by then, or maybe you left part of the way through.
Yo,
I call him shark teeth.
If a woman asks me, like, "Hey, can I suck your toes?" I don't know what my response would be. Just like randomly, some random woman.
I try to just stare her like, "Hey, you sure you don't want to suck something else?" Like, I'm sure I got something here.
That's the issue I would have. Because I feel like if you're willing to suck my toes randomly, I don't think I want to stick anything in your mouth.
Touche. I was a little drunk.
I roll the dice.
See, I'm not rolling the dice.
I'm like, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's all I'm gonna say. So that was the tamest.
He grabbed my foot and gave me a massage. No question, no introduction. That sounds like foot rape to me.
That is definitely foot assault.
Foot rape.
Foot assaulted you. Oh my god.
Did he let it go when you're trying to pull it back?
She ain't trying to pull it back. It felt too good. But that don't mean it, and that doesn't mean it wasn't rape.
Exactly. It was assault.
Well, I'm thinking he probably saw my foot in the body stocking thing, and did it for him. Like, ooh, lace stuff on the feet.
Yeah.
You know? And
they love that shit.
I do like good lace.
And then he was like, "Can I rip it open?"
Yeah, so it's probably the stocking that did it too.
Like, can I rip it open? I was just like, all right, go ahead.
Oh, go off.
He ripped it open so he could.
You should have said sure if you buy 2 more pairs.
Yeah.
Fuck, you gotta replace these.
Usually the trade-off.
Like,
you gotta replace these.
They were cheap. Yes, Reva, we gotta talk more in depth about shark teeth. Yes, it was. It was a lot going on.
Eat our friend, not food.
It was a lot going on. Anyway,
I'm gonna watch that movie later.
Oh my god!
That clip.
But if you are into foot fetishism, do not be embarrassed. A lot of people are more people than you probably think.
Jesus did it. You do it too. It's okay.
Yeah.
And every podiatrist out there that you ever met was about that life.
Sal, I was not compensated. Ooh, I didn't even think about
even Al Bundy. Al Bundy, so she was with it.
Did it feel good?
It didn't. It wasn't like
it wasn't Haitian.
I was anticipating it was going to be like Haitian Davidson, right?
Yeah.
I was going to get that. Not that I haven't had my feet sucked since then, because I have. A lot of my partners suck my feet at some point in time. But
he wasn't Haitian getting that sow.
It wasn't like Davidson, so I was disappointed because I'm like, "Well, damn."
That was the art. Right, that was the artist right there.
So wait, I'm gonna be honest. Comparison is the thief of joy. You should have just enjoyed the moment and not compared it to the other moment.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good in itself. It wasn't.
It was like a bad lay.
You did some oxtail gravy on it.
Oh no.
It was a bad lay. So you got a whole kink and you can't even do your fucking job well. Like that's fucked up.
That's sorry.
Especially if they hype it up. Like, come on, baby, let me do it. Okay, let's see what you got. Lick. What the fuck is this? I'm about to get my feet done.
Teeth like then you
goddamn Tootsie Pop.
You're trying to bite my feet and everything. I was like, why is you trying to bite my toes? Like you can't eat them. You can't have them. Like
no, thank you.
Well, no. So just a whole bunch of nubs at the end.
It was not good. It was not good.
But he just needs practice. You could encourage him, I guess.
I didn't want to.
I don't know.
The night was I wasn't a perfect drunk. It was a lot that evening. A lot of stuff happened. No, I wasn't encouraging them. I just wanted to go home. Well, not go home. Go back to my room. Anyway, as always, get consent before you engage in any of these things with your partner. Don't be like shark teeth and just start biting and shit. Like, have a discussion with your partner. Tell them what you're in, and ease your way into podophilia with maybe a little foot massage, a little rub, a little tickle or something. Be gentle and then work your way up to bondage and shit like that there. Okay. But I want y'all to get rid of the shame.
Oh yeah.
To the foot fetish. That's like all the shit we talk about on this show. Foot fetishes, that is very, very light. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Because I know people that do have it and like they are kind of embarrassed by it. And it's like, of all the shit that you should be embarrassed about, that is not one of them. Anyway, we have come to the close of our show. And before we go on to lick other people's toes and peg people and whatever else y'all do behind closed doors, look at him. He looks so concerned. He looked up so concerned.
Wait, like, yo, on some real shit, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So we started our first podcast, the US Forward podcast, in 2019. Mm-hmm. I think I might have learned about pegging around that same, like right after that, like right after we started the pod. And I never thought to myself that it would become like this regular, everyday thing, right? Like everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to get men to be more into it. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, listen. I get it. Everybody got their thing, right? Mm-hmm. We got a lot of men in the world who think it's gay to wash their asses properly.
Yeah.
But y'all want to stick something in it. More power to y'all. That's all I got from this point.
I understand what you're saying. Also, you should know the wash habits of your partner before you go sticking something in it. Yeah. Yes, Curtis, you missed Shark Tooth convo. Curtis, it's a regular conversation over here.
Listen, we'll do pagan. We could do a pagan episode next week if Kurt's going to be on.
He's never going to come on.
No, he ain't doing that.
So okay, I got two requests in the chat. One is for pagan, and the other one Sal brought up was a tattoo fetish, which I never heard of, but I guess it probably falls into play with some other things. So I will look into them and see how much information I can get about pegging and stuff. It's got to be enough to do a whole segment on it. Because
we need like
y'all think it's a lot of information. It ain't a lot of information.
Can we get a guest on that gets pegged? That's
peggers,
like,
or
even if he wants to,
the peg or the pegger.
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if like he's anonymous, like he doesn't have to have his camera on,
or someone who actually does it, so they can speak.
Screen with the my name
is. Listen, whatever got to happen. The voice changer, whatever needs to happen. Like I just want to have a conversation with him.
Oh my god!
Because it's something. All right, so it's something that I said. Even like I said this publicly. Like I've said this publicly that. You know, when I get married, the only person that I would ever let peg me would be my wife.
Okay.
There's a certain level. There's a certain level of connection that I need to have to her. That if she doesn't, that if we don't have that connection, I can't allow that. I can't give up that type of power. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So cool. So because I said that, I just need more information about it. Like I just want to know because I'm about to get married.
Unicorns.
Like I just want to know. Like I just need to. Like I got questions.
Let me see what I could do. Jazz, you know a lot of
people. Is Dara still in the chat?
I was actually thinking about it. I want to connect with some people.
Find me somebody that's not ashamed to be in pegged.
You're going to be a wannabe pegger for life.
Cardi, you got to be on your best behavior. If we find somebody who comes on here and says they like getting pegged, you got to behave your light skin soul.
What? What I do? I haven't do nothing yet.
I know you. What you mean? Why?
Yeah. You know what it is? You know what it is with Cardi though?
What?
And he'll never admit this. He'll never admit this.
What I do?
He's a 6'3", 6'4" black man. 6'5", 6'5"
pounds.
6'5", 285 pound light skinned nigga that knows that it ain't too many niggas in the world that could check him. So he instantly a bully. Like he walk in a room bully. It's like it is. What? It's up. All sorts of shit. It's like, yo, like, so Yeah, I get it. I get why she's saying what she's saying. Because the nigga that's probably getting pegged ain't gonna check you. He ain't gonna say nothing to you. Like, so
respect the
She
people
pegging you with the beanie on or off.
see, that's it. Look, he said with the beanie on or off. Nigga, it ain't Anna BC. She ain't trying to imitate Anna BC. Like, what? But I do know someone that is a pegger, and I'll see if she'll be willing to come on. Just let me know.
Okay. Well, Jazz, you a pegger, aren't you? No.
Believe it or not, I'm not.
Really?
I enjoy watching it. I don't.
I want to get.
Yeah.
Why is it not pegging when it's a girl on girl? Why doesn't that count?
She got the strap. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's not pegging.
It's not considered pegging though.
That's why it's not pegging. Yeah.
But you're still using a strap on somebody.
Well, it's also, but she also has a vagina. So that's the other girl has a vagina.
Take another girl's ass.
Well, then why is it not? I don't know.
Pegging is the man. That's it.
Engage in anal sex. Men get pegged.
I just say it's anal sex. I don't even go really into like.
That's really it. That's really it. Like,
that's all it is.
That's really the only difference.
Yes, Curtis, you're not progressive as you think you are when it comes to certain sexual things. No, you're not. Not the Big Show. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. You got the strap and the cat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if we can find you guys a peg
mm-hmm.
a pegger.
Okay.
Yeah. Dara, I feel like you're a pegger.
Yeah, she is. She's wrecked some rectums.
Oh well, then we got to put such you guess.
Not
Peggy.
I don't know you.
I want to be Peggy Hill.
You love my purse.
Oh my God, record. I need that on the shirt too. That's hilarious.
Oh my God. But I definitely will try to start getting information for you. See, that's the type of shit you can't do when the peg E is on. Y'all cannot make these.
Oh, a record.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Curtis, I feel like you protest too much and you really just want to be pegged. That's all I'm saying. If I give you enough edibles, anyway.
Enough edibles? You gonna drug the man?
For shame.
God damn.
I mean,
all I see in my head is like Curtis like being in Pulp Fiction.
Am I drugging you if you know it's edible?
And Ving Rhames is just bent over this table.
If you ask that,
all right. So I'm gonna be honest with you. An edible plus ecstasy.
That might get the job done.
That'll no, Mike. I know that'll get the job done. I know that'll get the job done. But
ecstasy, like he said. Now this is your friend's recipe: ecstasy and an edible,
and a little bit of Molly sprinkled on top, so you can feel everything.
I'm putting in some salmon and Brussels sprouts and shit. You'll eat
now that's drugging them.
That's
drugging
illegal.
Like what? Like no, not at all. Damn,
salmon and edible.
I said she calling the dealer. Oh,
damn, baby, this salmon making me happy. She's like,
yes. This one I'm gonna get vittles.
Mr. Bird's excellent.
Y'all know,
not the Adderall to take the edge off. What? Yo,
this is an active crime scene at this point.
At this point, exactly.
Cardi girl cooks, right? So Cardi girl cooks. I'm gonna get her to cook the food and put the concoction on the food and give it to.
Well, no,
she could get Cardi and
so,
I get Curtis.
So I make oil.
Well, how the fuck I get into this?
So wait, I make the oil. So if y'all buy the oil off me, by all means, y'all can rock out, do whatever the fuck y'all want.
Hey,
but these are my guys. Like I fuck with these two people, so I can't allow y'all to just drug them. Like that's just not Like that's just not fair.
So you just want me to take the oil and rub it on their gums or something? Like
no, I want you. What? No, I want them to know what they're doing. I want them to know that they are.
I'm going to tell them. Yeah. I'm going to tell them.
When it doesn't count for passed out, and you tell.
I was about to say that. Yo, that was literally the next thing out my mouth was, and if they pass out, you can't do it.
Like, hey, I'm gonna start the stuff down. Not if you agree. No, he ain't move. We in the clear.
After they ate like half the plate, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah. After you ate half the plate.
If you make it out the door,
please beg with consent, please.
Make it out the door.
And I'm gonna need it in writing too. Like this consent needs to be in writing and in blood.
Darren, like, shit. Don't judge me, Darren. I'm fucking with them. I always fuck with them about this all the time. So that is my thing. It's how I show my love. Don't pay me no mind.
Oh yeah, 420 parties coming up too, guys. I should let y'all know now. It's 2 months away, but
all right, well,
the 420 party.
All right, well, Cardi, let me know, and I'll make sure to give you the I'll give you the information for the delivery service ahead of time. So,
all right,
yeah, I mean, because we running a bunch of specials on 420.
Okay.
Yeah, the specials are gonna be dumb on 420.
Actually, I might just need you to be a vendor. I don't know.
We can make that work.
I'm trying to get some things going on.
A Cardi party is coming up, and for anybody that's sensitive, Curtis says the most ignorant things all year round. Okay, and then Cardi, the first half of this damn episode, said the most ignorant things. All right,
that's not ignorant. We all got eyes. We all got eyes. We all can see her. Like, don't do that.
That's all. I had questions with concerns.
Yeah, like no, anyway. It wasn't ignorant.
Anyway,
just I won't keep my mouth shut. Woman, just
anyway,
that I can agree with. But I don't think she was an ugly looking woman. She just didn't look like she was all there.
Lord, I'm getting off the line again. It's all comedy with my friends.
Like I wouldn't smash.
No, it's not Miss Piggy. It's not Miss Piggy. It's not Miss Piggy. It's not Miss Piggy. It's one of the animated fish characters. I can't remember the name, but it's one of the animated fish characters. It might be one of the animated fish characters from the Will Smith animated fish movie, but it's one of the animated fish characters.
Fishtail?
Shark Tales. I'm gonna go look at Shark Tales and see if I can find her. Because if it's Shark Tales, I'm gonna pull up that picture. I'm putting that shit in the chat.
Oh my god. Anyway, guys, hopefully we did not
Bubble Guppies.
Hopefully we did not offend anyone.
Bubble Guppies.
The chat is all jokes and comedy amongst my friends. I joke about pegging them all the time. They know that.
Well, we can't do it to you. It's just fucking sexist.
You can. I don't do
that. We can't peg you.
Wait. Stop. We can drug you. Wait. So we can drug you and take advantage of you?
It doesn't play out well.
I'm a special type of person.
That might be my idea of a good time.
Yes, I'm a special type of person. If we converse about it prior, we could talk. Yeah.
No, not her. Not her. It's Bubble Guppies.
Can I just say that one of my kinks is consensual?
It's Molly from Bubble Guppies.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's Molly. It's Molly from Bubble Guppies.
Yeah, consent, not consent.
Anyway.
She looks like Molly from Bubble Guppies.
If y'all enjoyed the shenanigans and the debauchery that you have seen here this evening, please give us some stars. Okay. Like I said again, please don't take anything personally. This is the dysfunctional rapport that we have with one another. All right. If you are new here, I don't know if Gwen is still around, but if you are new here, thank you so much for coming to join us, and hopefully you will return again. We are here every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all Head Nerds and Charge platforms, and you can watch replays on YouTube and Facebook. All right, so run it back. If you think that we are ridiculous this evening, I want to assure you that it gets worse. This was kind of tame, I gotta say.
Yeah,
but it's nice.
A tame subject.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all now. Because on Tuesday, when we run back the US Forward podcast for our second week, yeah. I'm just letting y'all know right at this moment. Mm-hmm. That young lady, Tisa. Yeah. Oh, it's up.
You about to tear her up?
Oh, it's up.
Lord. Okay.
Oh, it's up. That's her. Yeah. It's Molly.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's Molly.
There you go.
So, before we leave here today, I want everyone to let the people know where they can find you at if they want to stalk you on social media. or be a fan.
Either
way.
Yeah.
Jazz, let the people know where they can find you at, please.
So any social media, Miss Giselle, if you see me, I'm fixing up one of my fetish accounts on Instagram, so I'll post that somewhere soon. But Fet Talk is where I'm putting all the fetish content, talking and discussing on TikTok. So see me there.
And Dr. Boomer,
yo, you know I'm about to go ahead and make that Instagram, right?
You need to
make an Instagram.
I love it.
So I'm Basim the Dream everywhere: IG, TikTok, YouTube, and again the US Forward Podcast Tuesdays at anytime between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. We'll be on by 9. So.
And the return of our toxic one.
Hey, so Beard's back better than ever with the debaucherous shit. You can find me at the Cardi Spence on Instagram for all the fun, crazy stuff, and at Baychan _ after AD on Twitter for the nasty stuff.
And because I always forget to introduce myself, I don't know why. I am your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, your diva of debauchery, the official HBIC of Unicorn Straight No Chaser. You can find at Siren by Night on all platforms, on IG, on Facebook, on TikTok is the only one that's different. I'm at Siren _ by Night. I'm on X, but I don't use it because why? Anyway.
Yeah, because that material.
Porn. What?
Yeah, what?
I go when I am alerted that there's something to see, I will go and look for it. And
I go straight to the tags. I'm looking for something.
Listen, I didn't set up list. So like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't need to see it. I'm already in the X-rated group. I get my fair share of titties throughout the week. So yeah.
Okay.
I like to be inspired.
I would enjoy more penis though.
Exactly, Jazz. Then I would tell you to go to X because
I do. I'm on there. Got my little group on there. Got a few people in my DMs. We talk every so often. It's nice.
Yeah, yes. Until then, guys, I love all of you. Please come back and see us next Thursday. And in the meantime, go suck the toe of the one you love.
Mm-hmm.
Night.
Night, y'all.
Bye.
Night, y'all.